Hey everyone, welcome to Spicy Roll, where we're going to do a continuation of the first adventure of Doomor, the 17th. I'm joined with Sam. Sam, how you doing, Sam?
I'm doing well.
He's our dungeon master.
I am, but you can just call me Sam. I don't need any honorifics or titles.
Sam the DM.
More than that, Billy. I have my hopes and dreams.
You're the spicy DM of the show.
I think if you're looking for like a spicy DM, this might not be the kind of. It's probably not going to go in that direction if you're hoping. Sorry.
So let me do a quick recap, and Sam, if once this recap's done, if there's anything other important stuff that I missed, please feel free to fill in. So previously on Spicy Roll, Doomor the 17th, he's a young fighter forged in tragedy and raised by dwarves. He arrived at a bustling port town of Alders Bay seeking work. And at the Old Log Inn, eventually he met Brother Arhan, a priest who's hiding from an adventurous past. And Brother Arhan asked for help finding a missing novice named Dermen. So their search led them to a newly uncovered Elven temple where Doomor faced his true first combat. Well, in this adventure, first combat. And he uncovered a chilling hint that the fire which destroyed his hometown of Linnick may not have been an accident. So this is from on the adventures. Arheim has kind of gave some more information to Doomor. But yeah, if there's anything I missed or anything
No, that sounds about it. And the other thing is the motivation you have is that you have a piece of cloth, dark blue in color, with a red fern leaf logo on it. And part of what sent you out from Abak, which is the Dwarven enclave, is word finally came back to the dwarves that symbol is somehow known in the south and is used by bad people. They weren't quite clear on the details. But yeah, so basically you have you pretty much covered it.
Yes. So Doomor, not only is he getting his getting his teeth into an adventure that we're seeing him first time in action, he also has agency or direction for, if he survives this this adventure, for further adventures that will help develop his character. So I like how it's coming about.
If I kill you off at the first adventure, I mean,
then you truly
possible.
would be a spicy DM.
You would be like, yeah, I hope you learned your lesson. Don't ever take nothing for granted. But yeah, that's pretty much where we started. And where we last left off, within the actual temple, you had defeated a skeleton who is still on the map and should be gone because he's dead, and uncovered an elven blade, an elven longsword, that was hidden underneath a stone bed. And then you return to the main chamber and to investigate the scratching sounds which come from behind the altar. And behind the altar, you find two rats who are facing you in such a manner. They're facing you, but they're not attacking you.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Okay, let me get my dice out, my D20.
Roll that D20, bro.
Give it a roll. I'll blow. Doomor is blowing and kissing his dice.
Okay, he doesn't really. He might have
7, but you said it was. Do I add something? Perception, you said?
Yeah, add your perception. I think it'll have the bonus. I think you're fairly perceptive, as it were.
+2, 7, 8, 9, 9.
Okay, the two rats, the one that's closer is bigger than the one behind it. From this perspective, from where you are, because this is you. That should have pinged you. Did that ping you? Did you get a little pinging thing?
I didn't get a ping.
Huh. That's weird. It's like I can't do a.
Can I ping?
That's odd. Because when I ping, it just brings up the context menu. All right. Anyways, so
I'm right
where
here. You
you're
can see my
standing,
hand.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So those two rats below you, the closer one is larger in size. The one behind is smaller but fatter, maybe. So the two rats, and the first rat obviously seems to be, well, as obviously as for someone who doesn't really know rats. The dwarves were very good at keeping their enclave and their mines and the land surrounding free of vermin. They had whole like regiments whose sole job was to go keep the halls clear of any issues like this.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the two rats are there, and the one rat is like sort of squeaking menacingly at you. Not squeaking, but like sort of
The big
chittering.
one or the small?
The
fat
big one.
Okay.
But they're not attacking.
Okay.
So what do you do?
So once again, Doomor is a gentle giant, and he has a good aura, or he's able to convey or show a disposition that is friendly towards smaller, weaker beings growing up around dwarves.
Okay.
He doesn't hold any sort of guard, and just like is like, it's okay, guys. I'm not here to hurt you.
Okay. So, sorry. Finish.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's just like, it's okay. I'm not going to hurt you. You're just
Okay.
rats.
So the first rat, I'm going to call them Rat 1 and the first rat and the second rat. The first rat is the one closer to the more northerly of the two rats in this arrangement.
Okay.
Sort of like eases a bit, but doesn't move towards you. Sort of, he's waiting to see what you do. You've gone like, okay, I'm thinking, and give me an insight roll.
Insight roll. Okay, so I'll roll this d12.
This might be like a fudging the rules a little bit, making this roll. But...
14, but I'm plus 0 insight, so just 14.
Okay, so the rat is probably seems like he's almost expecting something from you, and quite frankly, being a giant rat, but still a rat, he's probably wanting food. But he definitely does. He seems like it seems. Okay, this probably should have been a perception roll, but it's your first adventure. The insight's a bit of a fudge on this. This isn't really, I don't think, what insight is used for. That's used more for figuring out like a mechanical object or something like that.
Okay.
But oh, you know what? Actually, sorry, we're gonna try to use yet a third skill on this attempt.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna fudge things for you for a bit here.
I love fudge.
No. You know, let's do another. Give me another die roll.
Okay. 19.
Oh, perfect, because this was animal handling. Okay, so the rat is hungry. You can tell that it wants food. And the way it's behaving, it seems like it's not instinctively afraid of you, because... Okay, 19 is a good roll for that. Again, sorry, audience, if I fudge the numbers there a bit. So, the rat has probably seen or dealt with people before. Like, it seems to be looking at you going like, oh, you're one of those tall things that feeds me.
Mm-hmm.
And feeds the other rat I'm with as well, who I am still protecting. You know, with that 19 animal handling, I'll give it to you. The second rat behind is smaller but larger because it looks like it's pregnant.
Oh, I see. Okay. All
right, so you have a large rat defending his pregnant broodmate, I guess is the term.
Yeah.
And yeah, what do you
so
feel like
I realize that these rats, they're almost like domesticated. So probably someone was like feeding them. I'm assuming it wasn't the Goliath skeleton that.
Probably not. That's a safe bet. I'm not going to ask you to roll on
that. That would be a wacky adventure. I look at myself looking for food, and honestly, I checked my inventory. I don't think I have any food.
Oh, sorry, you would have food on you. You would have rations, which are probably like salted meat, some bread that's probably on the edge right now because you have been traveling for 8-9 days. Actually, you know what?
Yeah, the shitty bread. I want to feed them feed them some moldy.
Then they would be okay with that. The rats, right? Like, they'll eat pretty much anything. Like, so if you wanted to just give them some of your rations and stuff like that,
yeah,
or something along those lines, it's not a problem.
I want to holler out to Brother Arhan and
What's back there?
explain them. I found 2 rats here. They seem to be. It seems to be a couple. One is bearing child. They seem friendly enough, and maybe someone has been taking care of them here.
You know what? Do you mind if I just come over and take a look?
Sure. I'm thinking of giving them something to eat.
Oh, that's very good of you. Rats are living creatures, usually aggressive living creatures, but, oh, yes, yeah, oh, that one in the back's pregnant. Yeah, no, this makes sense. He's like, wait, what's that on the ground? Let me just do this quick roll for him. That I'm going to hide with a GM roll. Let's see how it goes. Oh, yeah, I wish you could see it. He rolled an 18, so...
Nice.
He's like, oh, what? I do believe that looks like some bits of cloth on the ground there, and perhaps somebody had a package of food that they left for this rats. Quite recently, too. I have a feeling of who did it, but I don't want to confirm it just yet. Sounds like him, though.
Can I? So I want to put the like bit of bread, toss it somewhere a little further away from those scraps, so that the rats move away from the scrap, so we can inspect it.
Yeah, so I would say you probably toss them around where the second rat is, and that'll make these... I don't think the rats would be able to... They don't have much space to move.
Okay.
But they're going to do this. They're going to, like, both start, like... let me just test something. Can I do this? No, I guess I can. There must be a way to... Yeah, there we go. So, I'm kind of ignoring the grid a little bit at this point, because we're not really in combat. So they're eating food right there, and the... Why does this ping not work? It's very strange. It says, like, ping everyone. But I can't. Like, every time I click on it, nothing happens. Very strange.
I remember it worked last time, but...
Yeah, that was the thing. I thought it was doing it exactly the same way. Like, well, welcome to Roll20. I'm not going to stop now. We're in it. So basically, midway between you and the rats against the back of the altar is just, like, the little... it's literally just a small piece of cloth and some twine that's just lying on the ground.
Okay.
And there's, like, maybe, like, a few scraps of, like, cheese and maybe, like, a bit of a relatively fresh apple core that's been mostly gnawed away. Yeah. It looks like somebody left food for the rats there.
Okay. So nothing really could glean from it.
No, give me a perception check.
Okay. Ugh. Roll 6. Do I have anything?
Yeah, no, it's a piece of cloth and some twine. With some...
It would be 8 perception.
Yeah, no, you basically are just like, it's a piece of cloth and twine with scraps. That's all it is. There doesn't seem to be anything, like, unique. The cloth, you pick it up and take a look at it, is just a piece of cheap cloth. Brother Arhan leans in and is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this was left by Dermen. He had, like, the fruit is fresh enough, and he took some, took some with him when he left, the cheese, the bread, this tracks. He was always he's a good kid, but the world, he needs to toughen up a bit, in my opinion. You know, I don't want to be too judgmental of the young lad. He comes from a background that made him ignored by the rest of his family, so... Yeah, he really needs to toughen up a bit, so it would make sense that he would feed these rats. I would like to find him, though.
Doomor, in essence, Doomor doesn't say anything because he's a bit of a stoic person, but he has more respect for Dermen, that he's taking care of something that is weaker and smaller than him, and he sympathizes with him for his, like, family situation. So now he more so wants to find Dermen.
All right.
Leaving the rats alone. Oh, wait.
Hey, how'd you get it to work? What'd you do? Look at us. We're learning this as we go along.
I use the pan. So right now I have the pan function, and then I held down left.
I All it does for me is just grab things.
Yeah.
It's really weird that I can't ping.
You have to hold it down. You can't click it. You just hold it.
I'm like holding and nothing's happening.
It might be something that I have off or something, that it's not showing your ping on mine for some reason.
No, I can't even see a ping on mine. Like, I can see yours. I see your red circles that pop up, but I think I'm blue. Yeah, I'm blue, color-coded, and nothing's, like, whenever I go ping everyone, just nothing happens. Focus ping, nothing happens. So I'm not certain what that means.
Okay.
But you know what? It's something we can fix for next time. I can look into this.
Yeah.
Unless... Hey, audience, would you like to see me Google, why can't I ping? We can move on.
Okay.
I'll let you know if anything truly important pops up.
So I now want to move. So I'm going to move my character.
Mm-hmm. You can pretty much move them wherever you're not.
To look
in a situation
downward. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
You were saying in a situation...
In a situation like this, you can move your character to wherever you like. Like, unless there's something specifically stops you, I would say so. Like, no, wait, you can't go there. But since we're not in combat, you can be a lot more. I want to go over here. Move your guy over here. Or sometimes you might do something and you don't even want to move your icon for it. Basically, if we're not in combat, feel free to move your guy around as much, your avatar as much as you like, within a reason. Like, if you just like put him like outside and be like, okay, some things probably happened on your way there or something like that. But yeah, all right.
Okay, I'm moving downward because I want to inspect this part down here.
Okay, give me a perception on this door.
Okay, let me roll.
You're sort of
Ooh, 2.
Yep, it's a door and it ain't opening.
Ah.
It's got some markings on it, maybe like it's probably something religious, but yeah.
Okay, well, can't open the door. Arheim, you seeing this? Can't open this door.
Now let me check. Let me take a look at this door here. I'll make this one public just because it is kind of. He's sort of a party member NPC, so he's gonna do a perception check himself on it.
Okay.
Oh, 16.
16, nice.
And his perception, that makes it. Okay, 19. So he walks up to the door and he's like. Huh. This appears to be like a. Elves were strange in the way they sealed some doors. Usually they would. When we do a door, we throw a lock on it. We put a handle, that sort of thing. But elves were. They were the old Elven, if you want to call it an empire, league. There's a lot of terms for it. Was very magical focused. So they would use magic for everything. This door has been sealed, and if you look right here in the middle, this round disc was probably where some kind of seal, like the seal of the temple. Most of these temples had a seal, would go. They would fit here, and it would unlock the door. It's bound by magic. I can't dispel it. I could. Let me see if I can attempt it, but.
Is that seal missing? So that seal.
The seal is not here.
Okay.
Yeah. Think of it as a magical key that instead of just, the usefulness of a key, which you can keep in your pocket and carry with you and unlock doors, the ancient elves were theatricals. They loved magic, so it was probably a seal and a big deal to open this door, and you had to get it from someone who had it of importance. This is the kind of thing that the ancient elves were into. They were very much a formal society of magic. Focused magic users, mages, wizards, sorcerers. Yeah, they loved magic. They would do something like this, a theatrical way to seal a door, when we humans would just lock it, which is easier for everybody. Ancient elves.
Okay, so Doomor figures that this is kind of a dead end for now.
Yes, I don't have a way to open this. Like, if I was a powerful mage or a priest, I might be able to open the door, but...
Maybe we'll find a seal somewhere, but we can take a look.
It's possible.
I came over in this area now, behind the rats, because I don't know if that's an opening. So I want to...
let me take a... yeah, this is basically just a corner of the room. There's some pillars. The pillars just... God, I really wish I could ping. Nope, still not working. Yeah. Do you wish to do some searching in this area?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. This would be A perception check again. You'll find perception is very common when you're in a place like this where you're checking things out.
Just 8.
8? Nah, there doesn't seem to be much around here. It's rubble.
Okay.
Like, most of this thing is, like, in the large chunks of rubble that you see around the sides are, like, collapsed ceilings and walls and stuff like that. Like, this structure is old, has been falling apart, and probably whatever revealed it and sort of revealed the entrance also caused even more damage to the insides. Even when you were in, like, that section to the north with the T-junction and the thing, it's not as dramatic as in here, but there was still, like, rubble and rock and pieces of wall sliding out and stuff like that. Nothing's quite blocking your path, but it was definitely... This place has been damaged by both time and a recent, some kind of tectonic disturbance, it looks like.
Okay. Well, Arheim, let's go back to the T-junction where we
Hold on a second. Let me straighten up. And there we go. We're good.
And,
Oh, if you want to rotate your guy, by the way, what you do is you click on it, and you see how there's a little circle, I think, in the top right? Oh, yeah, you need to be in select, I think. You should get, like, an outline around it with the 6 points. I mean, I can rotate your guy for you if you want. But it doesn't, like, I mean...
Yeah, I don't see that.
Oh, this is something we'll go over at another time. For now, it's fine. If you
Note
don't
to
mind
self, next time we'll play around with rule.
Yeah,
I guess
sorry,
I could have loaded this out anyways. I never thought of
It's
opening.
so strange, because, like, I'm going off the last time I played, and I remember I had all these things that I could do, like pinging. Well, I mean, pinging worked the last time we played. So, roll 20. Not impressed. Maybe you should sponsor us, and we'll
give you suggestions on how to fix things.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so you heading down this passage?
Yeah, I want to move
These
down.
are narrow passages, by the way. They're only, like, 5 feet wide. They're very much designed for, like, one person to walk down. They're not a grand passage by any stretch.
Okay.
All right, so you have arrived here, and you see inside the room. Let me reveal to you what was once hidden. All right, polygon. And there you go. It's a large room. This room, just from looking in it from the outside, appears to have been some kind of common area. There are the remnants of, like, very old wooden tables that have almost all but rotten away, a few chairs. There's some what might have been shelving, but not like storage shelving, probably books or things like that. This appears to have been like a common area, sort of an area for people to sit and talk and meet. In one corner, in the northeast corner, from this perspective, you find seems to be a small, like, it looks like it might have been an oven once or something, but like it was made of stone, but the age and time and tectonics has turned it into sort of like a crumbling thing. Like, you could kind of get it out. So basically, this room appears to be where they would have met, where the people in the temple would have met to do various things.
Okay. I want to just like inspect the room for any sort of clues of recent people being here.
Give me another perception check.
10.
Somebody was through here, and it looks like they headed to the southeast corner. It's like you see sort of a distributed fail. You also see larger, so there is a layer of, it's not dust because there hasn't been a lot of people living here, but it is like just dirt and stone, and it looks recently somebody went from where Brother Arhan is standing again. Wish I could ping everyone. Nope, not working. To I'm gonna move Arhan. Hey Arhan, you're now at my ping. So to here. So they started here, ended up here, and it along with it, that looks like somebody moved fairly quickly. If you're not really super sure, but someone definitely moved that way. And then you also notice some larger footprints that are kind of skeletal in appearance, heading in the same direction.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I want to note to Arheim, look, I think we found a trail.
Oh, you see those large footprints? I suspect we may have already dealt with whoever made that, but if there's more of them, be careful. Keep your sword. Well, I mean, you're a warrior, your sword's always close, but keep your sword at hand and be prepared for anything.
Okay.
I will just follow you cautiously.
Watch the cracks. Things crawl where stone splits.
Ooh, I like that. Is that one of the things the dwarves would say in the bat? That's the back? That's pretty good. I might steal that at some point. It's got a good sound to it. All right. So it seems you followed the trail to this corner here. Give me a perception check again.
Oh, shit. 18, 19, 20. 20 critical.
All right. Your perception has paid off. You have discovered that this wall here... You sort of... It seems the wall to the east, on the east side of that little square you're in, seems to be kind of like... the dust around its base has moved. You suspect there is some form of secret door here.
Okay.
Now, but how it opens, you aren't certain.
Because I deal with like stone and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm like touching it and I'm knocking on parts of it, trying to find like any difference in hollowness.
Give me another insight roll, because you now are trying to figure out how to open this door. And, you know what, add what is your bonus normally? 0? 2?
It depends on what it is. It's usually like...
Insight.
My insight bonus is 0. It's 0.
You know what, add 2 to this. This is like some stonework, and you grew up around stone, so like, roll a die and add 2.
14, 15, 16.
Ah, you recognize this. This is strangely, what's odd about this is dwarven sort of concept. You've seen this before. What it is on the side, as about halfway down the seam from the top on the right-hand side, there's like a little indentation that you kind of... It looks like it's just a piece of, like, you know, it's stonework. That can be rough at time in its age, but as you put your fingers in it, you feel these slight... They're like pressure plates that are designed for fingers. And you just sort of press it in, and I won't waste the time, but usually there's a combination to it, but this one just seems to be a rudimentary, like, 1, 2, 3 with your fingers. You press the 3 little tiny finger-sized plates, and the door slides open.
Let me carve a path.
Oh, you're really full of... You have a saying for every moment. I love it. Okay, so the next area that is revealed goes like... this. So what it is, it reveals a corridor that goes down 20 feet, 20 feet, and then hangs a right, heads south again.
Okay, so that's all connected there?
Yeah, give me another perception check.
I wish I could flip. Okay, perception check. Roll 15, perception, 15, 16, 17. 17.
There's sounds up ahead. Somewhere to the right. Not right around the corner if you had to estimate, but somewhere there are sounds of... It sounds like scratching, movement.
Maybe it's the
You rolled a 15, right?
15 plus 2, so 17.
17, and maybe even a human voice.
Okay. I think we're on a trace. I think we're going the right way.
All right.
Okay, so I'll signal. Let the hammer fall. Let's go.
Okay, yes. Let the hammer fall. Oh, did you turn your guy?
I was able to turn him, but it says like advanced transform. Flip horizontal, flip vertical is all I can do. There we go.
Okay.
I just found 2, but
yeah,
for now.
I suspect there's something I have to do with the setup for this. So again, to both you and the audience, I apologize. I will get better as this goes along. Yeah, I'm learning something new. You're learning something new.
The audience is learning something new too.
Yeah, they're learning that I don't know how to separate numbers from the image when I export maps. Sorry. Anyways, so, yeah, now that you've gone down this corridor, you've got your torch, which is illuminating 15, 20, and 20 dim, so I'm going to reveal, like, this of what you're certain of seeing. So,
getting tense.
It's getting tense.
I'm getting ready to...
So it goes down about here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
I don't see anything extra, though.
Sorry, I had to still draw it. So you see down here, and whatever that noise was coming from this door that I revealed. Did I reveal the door? Did you see enough of it there?
Yeah, I can see, like, to the right, kind of like a passage here.
Let me just...
I can't see further down the hallway, right? It could keep extending.
It's dim. It looks like it continues onward, but you would have to move down to see what's down the hallway.
Okay, I'm going to move to the corner of the door, like right here, because I just want to like see. Is the door closed? It's closed.
The door is closed, and there's definitely sounds of like scratching and some kind of like. A human sounds like they are not having a great time beyond that door, but they don't sound very. They're not being loud or shouting. They sound more like. You hear the occasional grunt. And as you look down the corridor, you see that it hangs another, from the perspective, yes, I'm right about this, hangs another right, continues back east.
Okay.
West.
Directions. I want to command Arheim to come and check the door.
Command seems like a strong way to put it.
Well, I want to, hey, Arheim.
Yes.
Please take a look at this door. See if you can open it. If you can open it, I will be on guard and ready for combat.
Okay.
Like, I want him to, like, see if the door unlocks. If it does, push it open so that I can be, like, ready with my sword.
Sure. I guess that would put me sort of... I'll stay here-ish, open the door, and if the door opens, you'll go in first, right? Is that the plan?
Yes, exactly.
I like this plan. It keeps me safe. And it is what I hired you for. All right, let me check. Oh, this is definitely not a magical door. They actually have a kind of normal sort of... It's hard to just... It's not hard to describe. I'm a DM. Nothing should be hard to describe. It's similar to that thing up there, but it's a much more obvious sort of curve and cut into the stone that when he reaches in, just basically acts like a handle. And he's starting to push it open. And he's like, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. So... Doomor gets his sword up. He's ready to smash some skulls. He's on guard.
Yeah, boy. So, he pushes in, and he reveals a significant portion of the room, but not everything. And what you see is this! and, as he goes over here to go slow, there are...
Oh, shit.
3 skeletons focused in this area. You can't quite make out beyond it. It seems to be like an elevated area.
Goddamn.
Goddamn indeed. Goddamn us everyone. No, wait. No, don't goddamn us everyone. So, you enter it, and there are 3 skeletons. They seem to be focused on the northeast corner, beyond which you can't... There's sort of like a rise, but it's dark, and your torch... You'd have to go in to illuminate the room more.
Okay. Trying to think if there's any tactics before I engage into this, like, mess. Do they look about the same size as...
They all seem to be similar in strength. There doesn't seem to be one with... They're all wielding old swords. The one thing these icons get wrong is that they don't have shields.
They don't. Okay. Do they look similar to the first Goliath?
No. The Goliath skeleton, the skeleton was a Goliath, which you, again, have coming from dwarves, you heard of giants, sort of human giant half-breeds, like very large people. Mm-hmm. These appear to be normal, well, as normal as human skeletons can be. Perhaps even a little, like, slightly taller and slightly thinner than you would expect a skeleton to be, but not significantly tall. You're actually pretty tall for a human.
They don't look like elf skeletons, do they?
That's kind of what I'm hinting at.
Oh, okay.
I'll just give this one to you. Like they're human skeletons because like an elf stripped down still pretty much, the skeletons don't look that vastly different.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem like a little taller and a little, like, an elf is a little bit, on the whole, lot more lithe than a human. So it's basically, materially, there's no difference in the mechanics behind it, but yeah, these are probably elven skeletons, if you had to guess. Also, the location kind of makes sense, right? So...
Okay, so before I go in, I tell Arheim, I turn to Arheim.
I have one more detail for you.
Okay.
This room, just from a cursory glance, you're focused on the skeletons that seem to be focused on something in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like something exploded in here. Long time ago, but the walls are scarred, and the rubble is definitely pushed to the edges of the room from the center square, which has like a small black lump in it. Nothing. Yeah, that's just sort of what a cursory glance would tell you. The skeletons are I'm just gonna do. Let me just do something here for a second. Make this camera.
They were partying in here. Party went wrong.
Party did go wrong.
I wonder if this was the epicenter of some sort of like magic gone wrong.
But they have noticed you.
Oh shit. So I turn to Arheim and I say, we strike true or we don't strike at all. And then
yes.
Let's go for it.
After you. I will join you in this battle. I'm not much of a fighter anymore, but I still know a few things. I can do a bit of stuff. Not as agile as you used to be. Spoiled wound. Oh, you've already got in. I'm in.
Okay.
All right. So he's going to take up spot here, I guess. Sort of occupying this space. Okay, so now we are in combat. Roll for initiative.
Okay, so I roll 20. 1.
You were going last. All right, and Arheim rolls a 12, which gives him an 11. His dexterity is low. And then the skeletons go on...
Damn.
So a skeleton will go, this one here. Can you see it when I move it like this, or is the top skeleton still static for you?
Static, yeah, it's not moving.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess you don't see it. So we're gonna... by way of okay, you see that red dot, right?
Yes.
Okay, blue and green. All right, so these are the 3 skeletons that are coming in. The first one's going to go first. So he's going to move, turn to face you, and take an attack at you. He will swipe at you with his... Let me just bring up the... Oh, sorry, I have another notepad I needed to have open. One moment, please. All right. So this is Skeleton A.
Okay.
He had a name in real life, but you don't know it. And he takes a swing at you.
Oh.
And not only does he miss, he drops his weapon. You are so lucky. That's like the second combat where someone's first swing is just a pure miss. So he's sort of like, he's like, ah! Well, I mean, he does make a noise. His skeleton doesn't have the proper lung system to make noise because
it chatters, like some like bony clicking.
And then just kind of like stumbles forward a bit, dropping his weapon and sort of like getting up. Like, you don't think the undead feel embarrassment, but if they did, the skeleton's embarrassed. All right,
you fight like a dropped hammer.
Damn, that's a good one, actually. Okay, so it's Brother Arhan's turn, and he's like, oh, that was funny. He moves forward a bit, and he then moves up 1 to here.
Okay, cool.
And he's going to take a strike at the skeleton to his west. He rolls a 5, which definitely doesn't hit. Yep. Does not hit.
This is amateur hour.
Yeah, well, this is how these things go, right? So this skeleton's going to take a swipe at him just because he moved in place. And he doesn't hit. And so D&D can be exciting, and sometimes it can be frustrating. Like, fuck, is anyone going to do anything?
We're all stumbling around. That's funny.
Well, I mean, these guys are old.
Yeah.
Shit,
this guy.
Well, we haven't got the... Yeah, and he's going to strike at Arhan. 10.
Does that connect? 10?
I believe it does.
Oh no, Arham.
Melee attack roll +5. Yep, that beats his thing. So he takes... Arhan takes... 1d6 plus 3. He takes 4 points of damage. Arhan's like, ah! This reminds me of the back in the day.
He loves it.
Yeah, this takes me back. This takes me back. You'll get yours in a second. These are skeletons. Come on, we should be able to. These are but minor inconveniences. So now, it is your turn.
Okay, let me.
You have, by the way, advantage on the skeleton. Like he sort of dropped his sword. He's kind of like, sort of halfway between thinking about fighting you or picking up his weapon. He's trying to go for like,
like
you have
staggered slightly. He's staggered.
Yeah, like skeletons don't quite stagger. I think like most humans would, but he's definitely like, fuck. You know, again, if an undead could feel embarrassment, he would be embarrassed as hell right now. So do 2d20 rolls and see how it goes.
Okay, so first one, 6. Is there a modifier to that? Do I add something?
Roll again, because you're going to basically take the higher number of the two.
9.
9. Okay, 9. What's your bonus on to hit?
Is that athletics, strength?
No, that's your. If you look into your actions, you're going to see actions and attack, and your greatsword should be listed.
+5.
+5 to hit?
Yeah.
You have hit the skeleton. Nice.
Boom.
So roll the damage. So I would roll that in roll 20 so people can see it, I guess.
Is that another d20? There's always d20.
No. Beside your where there was the hit/DC, you see a column called damage, and it would say like 1d6.
Oh,
2d10.
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus 3.
Do it. So roll. So how you do that in roll 20 is, you see the dice roller thing.
Yeah.
D6s are at the top, and the first column is 2. So roll. If you click on the 2, that'll roll 2d6.
Okay.
And add 3 to that is 9. So this skeleton takes the hit, and he is down. No, he's still up, but you definitely hit him hard.
Nice.
But now it's his turn to hit you back. So he dropped his weapon.
What?
You know what? I think on this turn he's just picking up his weapon and getting, like, his action instead of attacking you is to... Yeah, that actually makes sense.
He needs to draw a weapon again, right? So it's one action point?
Basically every round you can do movement and action. You have 30... All skeletons are like you guys, where you all have 30 feet of movement, which is essentially 6 squares of movement, plus 1 action. Now, one thing is you can break that up. You could move 10 feet, do an action, then move 20 feet. So on this round, his action is actually just going to be picking up his sword. He doesn't have it. Like, it's on the ground, so he was all stumbled and staggered by your thing. So yeah, he does get staggered. And so then that comes back to the top, and now it is time for the first skeleton to go. Let me just double check something for a second. Skeleton's gonna...
One swing, one breath, one sword, broken shield.
Quite. I think I should have written down the initiative. Sorry, I thought I had it memorized, but it's fine. So the first skeleton moves to strike at Arhan. Ooh, 19.
Damn.
He hits, for sure. So Arhan takes a d6 plus 3. Ooh, 8 points. Ah! Arhan is definitely... Damn, this takes me back. So it's now... Okay, the order I'm going to make it is Skeleton A, Skeleton B, Arhan, Skeleton C, you.
Okay.
That's the order it goes in. So Arhan's turn is like, well, I'm going to do a little bit of healing on myself because I am a coward.
Good call.
Well, not a coward, but like, I need to stay alive to keep you alive.
And I say to him,
excuse me, that's the justification I'm using.
I've carried stone heavier than you fear. Than your fear.
Oh, I'm not afraid of this. Trust me, I think we'll survive this. But, whew, that does take me back. So he rolls... Oh, sorry, I've been telling you to do it in game, so but I didn't. So he rolls 2d8 plus 6 for healing for himself.
Okay.
So this number plus 6, 6, 12. Ah, perfect. That's exactly what you need to get back to maximum damage.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So he's back at the...
Max Arheim.
Max Arheim. Arheim is... Oh, no, sorry, Arhan.
Arhan.
Arheim is a city in Germany.
Whoops.
Or Netherlands, I think. I can't... maybe it's Netherlands? I'm going to Google that later. But, so, Arheim is back to full health.
Nice.
Now it is the turn of this skeleton. He's going to take a strike at Arhan.
Mm-hmm.
6 miss. Like, he does a swing, but Arhan, while healing himself, just finishing healing, just dodges a little bit. He's not hit. He's fine. And now it is your turn.
Okay. Let me do a D20.
Mm-hmm. I assume you're still striking at the same skeleton?
Yeah, I want to try to finish this guy.
Yeah, go for it.
19.
Roll. You'd have to roll terribly. Wait, what is your damage again for this?
It's hit point plus 5, but damage is 2d6 plus 3.
Roll the dice. I think it's technically possible for you to not kill it right now, but it would be very hard. So click on the 2d6 and add 3 to it.
8, 9, 10, 11.
Again, you hit the skeleton with enough force that whatever was keeping it animated dissipates and it just drops to the floor. The bones just fall in a clatter of... It doesn't even have, like, again, I have limited icon options. It doesn't have armor. It was just a skeleton. The sword it just picked up, it drops again. So it's out. I will now... I think there's a way to mark these as... Dead.
And I say, this blade's for the ones I buried.
What? Arhan is occasionally confused by anything, but good job, he shouts, as another skeleton takes a strike. The skeleton B takes a strike at Arhan.
Okay.
And misses! The skeletons are not having a good day. I mean, it's skeleton stuff. So Arhan now will take a strike at the skeleton B, also known as skeleton cerulean blue. I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
So he goes... Choop.
Nice.
Oh, and he hits.
Arhan.
Let's see if he can actually do some damage this time. All right. Actions. He's using a mace. Classic fucking priest. Like back in the day, that's what priests used.
They still do.
And I roll a d6 for the damage. And he does 1 point of damage to the skeleton.
Okay.
So the skeleton... If a skeleton could look annoyed, he would look annoyed, but that's about it. Sorry, I think I just tapped the microphone.
It's a mosquito bite.
Yeah, it's like, So now it is this skeleton's turn. Skeleton C.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to make another strike on Arhan. 18, he hits. For, again, a d6 plus 3, I believe. And here it comes.
6.
9 points.
9 points.
Ah! Arhan he's like, oh, yeah, this is familiar. Oh, God, this is familiar. Your turn.
So I'm going to move down so I'm closer to the last skeleton C, I think it is.
Yep.
And I want to take a swing at him with the great sword.
You absolutely can. So you basically used 5 feet of movement. You have 25 left if you want to move again afterwards.
Okay.
So you can take a swing, and let's say you take him out. You could move again in theory if you wanted.
Okay. So let's do a D20. 6.
Plus
the
5, is it?
Plus 5, and then 2d6 plus 3.
Oh, no. That's only if you hit, and unfortunately 6 is not high enough to hit with plus 5.
Okay.
I'll let you in on some basic secrets. You're looking for a 14.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. It's fine. Happens. So this first skeleton's like, yeah, back to me. So it's back to Skeleton B. Skeleton B takes another swing at Arhan. He sees the bleeding priest, and he is pleased. And it's another hit. Ooh, Arhan. Arhan, my man. 2 burping on Mike. Very classy, thank you. So he takes another 5 points of damage. Arhan's looking pretty hurt. And he's like, I want you to know I am not a coward, Arhan says. And he heals himself again.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, again, I keep clicking on here after telling you what to do. So it's 2d8 plus 6, I believe.
Okay.
12. He's back to full health again.
Nice.
You see, that's one of the nice things about being a priest is, like, a priest may not be able, like, the priest's job is to heal as much as possible. Yeah. It's like...
They're like it's a supportive role.
Yeah, it's like... They're like... Well, I mean, we've all played video games where the priest is the one who's like, oh, I don't do much but I heal. He's also not a particularly strong priest. Like, he is an older man, so he's not getting the bonuses to his armor's class that he might if he was more dexterous, and his strength is also... You've noticed, like, in being with him for, like, this almost full afternoon and all this exploring, he definitely has trouble over rubble. Like, for example, that rubble in the door in the main chamber that led north, that we led to the T-junction, he got over it, but he's definitely moving old. Like, he's had wounds, and he, as a fighter, you know him to be someone who has fought a lot back in the day, but time has caught up with this man, sort of thing. All right, so Arhan is done, and now this skeleton is like, he turns to you and takes a swing. 8. You are a... What's your armor class?
14.
He misses. So he takes a swing and shoot, miss. And now it's your turn.
I'm taking another swing with that great sword. 9. 9 plus 5.
Which is 14.
14.
And what is this? What did I say was the skeleton's AC?
14, right?
Exactly. So you got exactly what you needed to hit. You basically need to match or exceed the armor class.
Okay.
So you hit him. Roll some damage.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 damage.
He is not looking good. Assuming it's a he, you can't really tell the gender. I mean, maybe the hips would be a way to tell, but like, you don't know skeletal.
Those hips don't lie.
They don't lie, but right now you don't know what they're saying. And so I'm gonna call him he. This skeleton is definitely sort of this is how I would describe it as the animation that's keeping him alive.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be like fading out. Like, it's not going away, but it's definitely not as strong as it was before. Don't think of each hit as like against a normal living creature where it's like, oh, I'm causing it to bleed, I'm causing it wounds. Against animated undead like this, especially skeletons, it's more like your hits are hitting the basic animation force that's keeping it going. So this one's definitely like stumbling along, I guess would be a way I would put it.
Okay, he's like 10 frames per second now. He's like...
Yeah, you are not getting 120 or even 60. 30, you're getting like a stuttery 23, you know, it's sort of like... It still can do stuff, but it's not as good... It's not going to affect its ability to do things usually, but it is definitely, like, you generally get a visual represent... Like, you can sort of tell how things are through fights.
Mm-hmm.
Some things it'll be much less clear on, and some undead it won't be, but these are skeletons... They're very basic enemies.
Okay.
You kind of are just like, okay, this is... I hit the mic again. Thing. All right, so back to the top of the order. Skeleton B takes another swing at Arhan. Getting like, if an undead could show frustration now, it would show frustration. Like, stop healing yourself. And he misses.
Nice.
So Arhan's turn. Arhan takes a swing at the skeleton. 8 plus... And he misses. So now it's... Skeleton C's turn.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a swipe at you, misses.
Okay.
D&D can be very repetitive times, and now it's back to you. So that was 3 misses in a row.
Okay, I'm gonna take another swing. Hopefully, I don't miss, but we'll see. 10
you hit. Yeah.
Plus 5, so 15. I got a hit.
And don't bother rolling; you kill it.
Oh, nice. Woo!
Yeah, basically, it had less hit points than your minimum roll at this point. So, again, this was a weaker skeleton, it definitely appeared to be. And it, like the previous skeletons you have destroyed, seems almost in motions you hit it, just crumples to the ground. No theatrics, no nothing. The bones just drop, brought down by gravity and nothing else.
Okay.
So this one is also dead. Let's throw an X on that.
Can I move right now?
Yes, you can. You can move up to 5 squares. You can't attack again, though.
I just want to move closer.
No, sorry, you can move up to 6 squares. Yeah, you can absolutely move there.
Okay.
The other thing to keep in mind on... Okay, I'm going to give you a brief lesson on that. It hasn't shown up in this yet, but there's something called a reaction roll. When somebody moves in or out of a square that someone else is adjacent to, that someone else gets a free attack on them.
Oh, I see.
Like, it's sort of like... It'll pop up at some point during combat, but just a thing to remember is, like, if you're next to an enemy and you try to leave that enemy's grasp, like range, which is usually with melee 1 square in all directions, they can get an extra attack on you and sort of thing like that. But you can also use an option called disengage, which would allow you to move away and then move, but you couldn't attack again or do another action. Disengage counts as an action. Basically,
okay, I see.
There's a list on page 23, I think, of the player's handbook where they list all the actions that are considered actions you could do. There's other things. It may not cover absolutely everything you'd want to do in combat, but it covers the vast majority of things. And it's usually like drinking a potion as an action, casting a spell as an action, taking a swing as an action. You can do something called dodge, where you kind of raise your AC and you're not doing anything. You're just trying to avoid being hit for a turn. So yeah, it's worth checking out. But just to keep in mind, moving next to someone and then moving away from them can give them a surprise attack. But that hasn't happened here because all you've done is stepped over the corpses of skeletons.
Yes.
And so that just leaves this one remaining skeleton who is single focused on Dermen, on Arhan. Like, he's like, I must hit this thing. So he takes a swing at Arhan and misses again.
Nice.
Arhan takes a swing at the skeleton and hits.
Oh, nice.
For 1d6 damage. 6 points. Ah! Ha ha! This takes me back. Arhan says, you can tell that, like, he might be a priest now, perhaps. This isn't like the Catholic Church or the nonviolence thing. Like, priests are definitely more active than they would be in our world, in the sense of engagement. But you can tell this man hasn't seen action for a while, but he's enjoying it. There's a spark in his eye. Like, he's into this, even though he's been nearly killed a couple times and had to heal himself quickly. So he takes a swing, definitely hits that skeleton, and now it's your turn.
Okay, gonna take another swing at this
Do
guy.
it.
Oh,
Miss, and you drop your sword. I'm not gonna be that mean to you just yet, but give me a dex check. Basically,
what's a dex check?
Roll a die and add your dex, and you're probably trying to beat 10.
Roll 20, or what am I rolling?
Yeah, d20. Add your dexterity bonus to the result, and then you're trying to beat a 10.
Okay. 6. What's my dexterity? Where is my dex? Dex is... There's a bunch of dex.
Well, you have... What's your dexterity number, and then what's...
at the top. It's +2, and the number is 14.
So it's only an 8. I'm afraid you drop your sword.
Damn. That's going to
Clatters
cost
to the
me an
ground.
action point.
Basically, yeah, you're going to be out for a little bit while...
Okay, well, Arhan, I hope you got this, buddy.
All right, so Arhan's like, oh, happens to the best of us, he says, as he takes another gleeful swing at the skeleton, getting some of his juice back. 9 and missing. Did I ever tell you I once had a mace that was magical? I gave it up years ago.
It's a skill
Needed in this place. I should have known. The skeleton's just like, just taking another swing. That skeleton does not like Arhan. He misses, almost drops his weapon, doesn't quite though. And now
I just pick up my weapon.
You pick up your sword, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you wish to move at all? Probably.
No. I'll stay put.
All right, so it's back to Arhan. It's like, all right. Oh no, I guess it's back to the skeleton. Sorry. Is that right? Yeah, it's skeleton Arhan. You did I do that? Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Skeleton Arhan. Yeah. Okay. So the skeleton takes another swing at Arhan. Oh, and he hits.
Nice. Oh wait, no, not
points.
nice. 3 points.
6 points, because skeleton does, with their basic sword, they do 1d6 plus 3 points of damage. Yeah, so he takes a swing. Arhan takes another lump. He's like, ha ha! You think I'm going to heal me? No, I'm going to kill you. Like, Arhan's really loving this way more than you would expect. 14! That's
Nice.
definitely a hit. But let's see how lucky he can get on his roll. 3 points. The skeleton is looking similar to the last skeleton before you finished it. Very drained. But you have your sword back in hand?
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Yep.
So now I'm going to swing. 15.
And you hit. Don't even bother rolling. You smash into it.
Yes.
And it, again, the lights of it just sort of sets, and then it's gone. It is basically just sort of, what's the term I would use? Like, it just sort of, like, it just collapses.
Okay.
It just, like the last previous one, the lights go out. It is dead, and now you have 3 skeleton corpses on the door. You bring up your torch, and you hear something. You hear something. You hear something. Sorry, I'm stalling because
I'm hearing something.
The room is revealed, and you see up on there's a chunk of rock on a ledge. And I'm trying to find the right icon for this. This is a little hard to do. Oh, I'm not going to use that. It's terrible. Nope. Nope. These are all really bad. I guess that's because they want me to purchase stuff. All right.
What do I hear? Or what do I see?
What you see is he's not dressed this way. But in the corner stands a youth about your age, in the same similar priest robes as Arhan, and he doesn't have armor on him. What happened is basically he seems to be up on a ledge, like some rubble had piled up, and he is up top. He's almost at the ceiling, to be honest. And the skeletons had been kind of fruitlessly trying to climb up to him. Would be your guess. And you look at him, and he looks down, and he's like, Brother Arhan? Dermen! We have found you. It is so good. Blessed be the gods that you are still alive.
Yeah.
Well done, Doomor. We found him. Here, Dermer, I'm a little wounded, Dermer. Would you mind helping him down from up there?
Okay. I go and grab him and put him on my shoulder.
Strength check.
Strength check? Okay, 20.
Yeah.
9 plus strength?
Yeah, what's your strength bonus?
3.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, 12. Yeah,
Cool.
you're not, like, carrying him out of a fire while trying
I didn't
to
drop him on his head.
Yeah, you basically, well, he's able to get, it's more like you're helping him get down, because he climbed up quick, but like, you know, when you clamber up and like climbing a tree or something, you get to the top, then you're like, oh shit, how am I getting down from
Yeah,
it's like
out.
that, except a pile of stone and rubble. So he gets to the ground and he sort of dusts himself. He's like, oh my god, I am glad to see the both of you. I don't know you. Are you from the village? He says to you.
I just tell him, I'm passing through, kid. I'm here to help you. I'm glad you're safe.
Same age, I think. Like, we're both. What are you, in your 17th, 18th year like me? I can't remember which one I'm in. No, I'm in my 18th year. Oh, well, I am eternally grateful for the rescue. I apologize. It's been an eventful day. I meant to come back, but my curiosity got the best of me. I gather you have seen. I'll tell you what happened. And Arhan is like, you better speak up. This is.
I want to know
20 gold being spent.
What did you do with those rats?
Oh, the rats! Oh, you met the rats. Yes, I called them Mr. and Mrs. Rat, because I'm not that creative.
How creative, kid.
And I used to be I camped in the corner of the room for a little bit, and I heard the rats. I heard them before I saw them, and then I gave them some food. That seemed to pacify them, so I was able to sleep the morning away, and then keep exploring. I went up through you've probably been here now, went up through the T-junction there. I hung a right first to go check out the large common area, and that's when the skeletons attacked. Well, one large skeleton started racing down the corridor at me. I had discovered, I noticed the door in the corner, because there was some, I'd been around, like, searching that area, and fortunately I found the door, thanks to my interest in Elven history. I was aware of their sort of style of secret doors, and I opened it and kept running, and then I got to the corner, hung a right, almost got to the door, then skeletons started chasing me from the other end of the corridor. And so I ran in here, ran up here, and you may guess the rest. The 3 skeletons. Wait. The 3 skeletons here. Where's the large skeleton? There's a large skeleton out there. He was big.
We took care of him in the common area.
Oh, thank God. Oh, yeah. Technically, it wasn't in the common area. It was the skeleton you killed back in the sleeping quarters. But
sleeping quarters. Okay, yeah.
And he's like, oh, thank God. Oh, this was frightening. I'm not used to this sort of thing. Oh, exhilarating, I guess. And then Arhan's like, isn't it though, lad? And he just does a quick sips of potion to heal himself.
And I want to ask Dermen, did you explore south of here, further down the corridor?
No, I didn't. I discovered the secret door. I'm going to rewind a bit and sort of like I make this a little bit maybe more sense. He discovered the secret door, but then the Goliath skeleton came from the other end and chased him through it. Like, he found it just before the skeleton showed up. He ran, basically following your same path, but like you, he never went further south down the corridor because skeletons started coming towards him and the other skeleton behind him. He opened the door, ran into this giant room, and then basically panicked and tried to get to the highest point he could. And he's like, I've been here for like half a day almost now. I'm very tired. The skeletons couldn't get up, but they wouldn't leave me alone. And the large skeleton never came back for some reason. Like, I thought it was behind me, but it never actually entered this room. It seemed to have gone off, I don't know where. But it's dead. You're sure it's dead?
Yes, it's
okay.
Gone.
Yes, thank God. Yes, because I have to admit that over the last day, even though I've been dealing with 3 skeletons that could never get to me but couldn't let me leave, this room has fascinated me a bit before my torch ran out. You know, have you noticed, Brother Arhan, take a look at the walls. Do you notice the explosion marks here? It's very curious. Feels like something happened here. Give me an Arcana check. You'll probably not have a very high number in this.
-1 Arcana, but do a D20.
Yeah.
Oh, 17.
You would have to say, okay, you don't have a lot of direct experience with magical combat. There are mages in the dwarves, by the way. The dwarves aren't like anti-magic. They totally have mage things. But you've seen a few things, and what it looks like is something exploded in this room.
Okay.
And it blasted everything to the corner, creating the rubble, including the one that Dermen was on in the top left, top northeast. And yeah, it's magic, but you've seen what happens when, like, blasting powder that I mentioned previously, the dwarven blasting powder, essentially gunpowder, was used. And you've seen, like, fireballs go off occasionally. Once in a while, they would do magical combat, like, sort of gladiatorial, non-lethal stuff. But just kind of, like, people would fight, demonstrate magic. So you've seen magic go off before. Very rare, but you've seen it. This is odd. This seems like something exploded from that black lump in the middle. And give me a perception check.
Yeah. 5.
Yeah, something burst, like something exploded. The middle exploded. It looks like it pushed everything to the edges of the room. Beyond that, you don't really have a lot of... you're not really certain that much about what happened exactly. Something you do note is that there are a lot of... Okay, there were the skeletons you killed, but also in the room are several, like, what might have once been skeletons. But they're like fragments of bone, bits of skull, you know, like something exploded here and a bunch of people died. The reason why there's 3 skeletons here is probably that was all that actually could be animated. The rest are just like basically there comes a point
disintegrated, or they were useless.
Yeah, they're too fractured to be of any use. So
okay.
Yeah. Arhan has a question. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Something foul happened here.
Yes. Arhan's like, yes. Looking at the explosion happened a long time ago. I'm not really an expert in magical stuff to this degree that I could tell you much more about it. But Dermen, I have a question for you. Did you see who animated, like, the skeletons were animated? Did you see who brought them in here? Because this feels like this magic is too recent to have been stuck in here for the 1600 odd years since the temple founding. So, and Dermen's like, no, I didn't see anyone other than the skeletons. So there you go. That's basically in this room. Like I would say, you know what? Give yourself something called a short rest. On your at the top of your D&D Beyond sheet, you're going to see a
I see
short rest. Just click on short rest. A prop should come up.
Yes.
Don't worry about the recover or uncheck anything.
Automatically apply healing with dice result? No? Uncheck?
No, keep everything unchecked. You're not. Okay. You didn't take any damage, did you? Did you?
I don't think so. No.
No. Then just take a short rest. This is actually less for you and more for Arhan. Arhan's like, I need a. So you probably spent about an hour or two just sort of.
Okay. All done.
Yeah, just sort of like relaxing. Dermen eats some food, drinks some water. He's very thirsty, very hungry. He even has like a slight nap and stuff like that. And so, at the end of that brief rest, the 3 of you are basically ready to think. And Arhan's like, well, you've done what I've hired you for. Do you wish to return now?
I'm really curious. I want to explore further down.
I'm glad you said that, says Dermen, who speaks up. He's like, I really, this place is vast and strange. I've never seen an elven temple like this, so, yes.
We might as well help you guys finish your research.
I like this guy. He knows what the deal is. And Arhan's like, youth, fine. Let's check out the place a little more. We could be at a tavern, but whatever. Okay, so lead the way. What do you plan to do?
So I am going to go back to the hallway.
Okay.
And then start moving down, get close to the corner, and I kind of want to peer guard up just in case there's more skeletons.
All right.
And I want to listen for sound too, because it seems to be I always heard those skeletons scratching around.
So when you see the corner appears to be empty.
Okay.
But there is a door on the north side of it, just down into it.
Okay, I want to, since Arhan has been good luck with doors, I would like him to come and help me with it.
All right. Okay, you get to here, by the way, and all right, you've being someone who lived in dwarven areas and all that before we get to the door.
Mm-hmm.
I find it kind of odd about something about this hallway. It seems to just end, and you're sort of, they call it stone sense, but like, you don't have the dwarven level of it, but like, you do kind of understand how things are mapped, and you're like, this wall here, if it were to crumble, would just lead to the chamber beyond. I'm pretty sure the rats are on the other side of that wall. Just so you know. Anyways, so you want Arhan to open the door again?
Yeah, check the door and see if he can open it.
Okay, so he clicks it. It's the same sort of thing, a handle that's recessed into the door side, into this thing, not magical. And you open up.
Yep.
Open up the door, and you see a room. Now, the room is ornately carved into the rock. This is different than the other rooms have been basically functional. They've been straightish walls, some carvings and some light mural work, whatever. But this is almost if you imagine the inside of like a sort of ribbed arch ceiling of very intricate stonework that looks like almost like someone had carved logs out of stone, like the image of like they'd carved the stone to look like logs, holding up a high ceiling. There's ornate I'm not certain what the proper term is, but like work on the side, like sort of like where the braces of the arches go, they'd go all the way to the floor, making sort of like half columns and embedded in the walls. There are very ornate bookshelves that are mostly full of dust and like old rotten tomes. There was rubble in here as well. The ceiling has collapsed, and there's what appears to be at the north end. Again, sorry, I didn't use enough like assets to give you a better description, so I'll do that in the future. But like, there's a desk in the northern part of the room. Sort of once again using Arhan, our faithful can't ping, so might as well use someone around here-ish. There's a desk sort of facing this way. Okay. Behind it is a large stone mural, similar in appearance to the one that was on the altar. It's basically another motif of hands shaking over with a tall, sort of featureless elven figure looking down approvingly, judgmentally. Again, Arhan comes in and says, like, oh yes, this is most definitely a temple of Maquette. This is probably where the high priest's room would have been. Sort of thing. Give me a perception check.
7. Do I have a perceptions +2?
Yeah, 9.
9.
So where are you in this room? You're where you.
I'm like walking towards the desk thing.
Make a surprise dex check and subtract 4 from the roll.
Oh, jeez. 10.
-4 becomes 6. Like, you don't get your bonus that was factored into it. A hand grabs your ankle and you suddenly spill forward, taking a whopping 2 points of health damage.
Do I minus that on my character sheet?
You can do that on your D&D Beyond. Like, you'll see it says heal and damage. Click, basically that middle, put the number you want in the middle, in this case 2, then click damage and you see your current and go down by 2 points.
Oh, yeah. So 2 damage, right? You said 2 damage?
2 damage, yeah.
So I'm down to 9.
So
what is...
You bash your head and something's holding on to your ankle. Are you going to look? And even Dermen and Arhan are like, what? Are you all right?
Some magic is pulling me downward.
So they go over. So they both come over and check. They go, oh, let's see what we can do for you here. And it turns out, right around. I'm just gonna remove this guy's X because I need him again. Right around here, underneath the rubble, underneath the stone and rotten, like whatever might have been there. There might have been a chest or something. There was a lot of caving in here as well. It's very ornate, but big chunks of the roof. There is a single, under some rocks, a skeleton is the hand of a skeleton is sort of reaching for you. It had grabbed you, made you trip, but then is like, sort of, you can't see much of it. You can just see about this much of it. It's kind of like, sort of doing this. It's not trying to grab you. It's sort of just gesturing.
Okay. Got it.
Give me... Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Well,
yeah,
what do you want to do?
I'm looking towards where he's gesturing, or what am I doing?
It's up to you. What would you like to do? Like, the hand is sort of like doing this. Like, it's sort of... If it's gesturing towards the north wall, but it doesn't seem to be very clear.
Okay, I'm trying to then look, what is he trying to say to me, or what is he trying to...
At the skeleton or at the wall, or...
Yeah, what the skeleton is trying to gesture to.
Well, it's hard to see because the skeleton is mostly covered by some rock. You could probably move the rock.
Yeah, I want to, clear out
Okay.
the rubble.
Yeah, give me a basic strength check.
Okay.
You don't want a super low number. Like a
6.
Dermen will even load it. All right, Dermen
6.
gives you a hint. Roll again. You've got advantage on this. You've got 2 people working on it.
Okay. 16.
16. Perfect. Yeah, I'm totally. Anyways, so you and Dermen, and even with Arhan's help, managed to move the thing, and what you see is a skeleton lying on the ground. Now, one thing that's interesting about this skeleton compared to other skeletons is, well, 2 things. First of all, the skeleton doesn't appear to be attacking. The skeleton appears to be sort of, now that you've freed it, sort of, it can't really move very well because it has been crushed. Most of its ribs, like all the bones and stuff, like, it got animated, but it didn't gain the ability to move.
Okay.
And so it's kind of reaching towards the back wall. But the other thing that's interesting about it is, unlike previous skeletons, which were just a skeleton, this one's actually still in some kind of garment that seems to have survived a long time, would be your guess. You're not that experienced with weave work or fabric work to know exactly how long, but, it's definitely like, it's sort of official looking, a sort of dull blue with some green, like, brocade, and like, it's buttoned up, and it's got like very old rusted, there's like one rusted button left, most of the rest have fallen off, like sort of, it appears to be some sort of official garment. And the skeleton, once you free him, doesn't attack you. There's no real legs to the skeleton left anymore. They've been crushed to bone, same with the pelvis and like the ribs, like he's really almost just the top of a skeleton.
Okay.
And even then, like, one arm is mostly still pinned under the rubble, and the other arm is he's just sort of pointing towards the back of the room.
Okay. We want to move towards where he's pointing to inspect and see what exactly is he trying to say to us. What are you trying to say, buddy?
Yeah, Arhan's like, I used to travel with a priest who could talk to the dead. They might be helpful here, but... That is an ability I do not have. Dermen just walks on top of the corpse. He's like, all right, well, let's go check. Sorry. All right, give me a perception check.
11, and I think, what is my perception?
Add 2 to it because it's stonework.
So I already have 2 perceptions, so then 4.
Yeah, add 4 to it, so 15?
15, yeah.
Okay, so you notice there is what they have carved, this is the giant relief of the 2 hands, like, shaking in front of an elven god just looking on thing. It is Maquette. You're pretty certain, like, Arhan's like, oh yeah, this is a temple of Maquette. I've read about this guy. Basically, he was the god of agreements, deals, bindings, pacts, that kind of thing. Like he was kind of like the deal of like the god Concord in the Roman mythology. Like his whole deal was, if you were making a deal or an agreement or a pact or some kind of treaty, even in ancient Elven society, you would make an offering to Maquette.
Okay.
But
he's
so the
bond.
stone, yeah, he's like the god of bonding and agreements. Basically, is the way to think of him.
Okay.
And so the stone relief of him is very, very well detailed, very like thing. Again, I'm calling him, but he's almost androgynous in appearance. Like he could be male, could be female. It doesn't really seem to have a gender.
Okay.
And Arhan explains, ancient Elven gods weren't gendered like elves are and we are. They were more sort of, they were always kind of nebulous. It was not profane to depict a god, but it was profane to depict a god with enough detail that they would become like a unique person.
Yeah.
They believed their gods were more, they didn't have like distinct personalities like our gods. They're heretical gods, by the way. Let me just emphasize that. They were a bunch of idiots, but with this weird system they believed in didn't give them genders or thing. It just was like there was a god of the seas would just be, you get the idea. They're always vague about their gods when depicted. Anyways, getting back to the relief, you see that there's like some small like seams and cracks, almost like, even though the relief is made to look like it was carved out of stone, you suspect it's not. You suspect this was placed here. Give me an investigation. And you know what? Arhan and Dermen are helping you investigate, so take an advantage on that roll.
Well, I got 19 on this roll.
Oh, shit, I didn't even see you do that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, you clue into what this is. What it is it's not... This stone, though it looks like a lot like the stone that the whole temple complex was carved out of, is actually a separate piece. It was done very well with excellent... Keep hitting the mic. With excellent skill, but you, just from your years of Dwarven, like, understanding how Dwarven artistry works, two things you start of. One, you're pretty sure this was actually carved by dwarves. Something about this whole temple, you're starting to go like, this may have been an elven temple, but I feel like dwarves were involved in the carving of this, because it has a lot of sort of vague signature things that are familiar to you from living amongst dwarves for so long. But this relief specifically, you're like, this looks like somebody put this up to cover something behind it or a part of it. So you start tapping around, and you got like a 19. So eventually since you've seen what they did with the secret door, back in when you came in, you know what to look for, and eventually you find sort of just underneath one of the hands, like there's a little recess where the hands were sort of carved to stand out a bit. Again, you find a sort of three small pressure plates that you can activate with your hands. Give me... No, you got the 19 on the inside. I'll give it to you. Sorry, my throat is getting a little rough. And what you find is that they have, like, you're like, oh yeah, these are those pressure triggers. Usually it's a combination thing. But there's something about, like, when you're touching them, you feel just like a very slight sort of... They give almost a little too easily. And you go like, oh, I recognize this. This is trapped. So now you have to figure out how to disarm the trap.
Okay.
You know there's one there. You know there's something there. It's something about, like, you want to put in the right amount of pressure to each pad to, like, unlock it, but if you do it wrong, something may happen.
I wonder, can I use the skeleton's hand?
I mean, you could try, yeah.
That might be... I don't know what... No, because I don't know what the trap might explode like the other room. Like, it might just kill us all, even if I mess up with the skeleton hand.
But, I mean, so there's something hidden there. There is a secret compartment or something behind this. But, yeah, and you know there's a trap. Give me... Alright, what's your sleight of hand?
Let me take a look. It's +2.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check. You're gonna sort of see if you can sort of, because there is a little bit of given. This is an old mechanism, so probably with passage of time there were some internal workings that aren't stone, so they probably have decayed and rotted a bit. So give me a what'd you get?
So
13?
15.
15?
13 +2, yeah.
Yeah, I think you got it. Like, you're kind of like, you feel that, like, when you press the second one, the give is a little easier. It feels more natural than the first one. The third, like... So basically what happens is over, like, a few minutes of just lightly tapping and pressing the things to kind of figure out which one goes first, you figure out the first one, and then you figure out the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one. It was
like
four
those
of them.
barrel locks or whatever, picking a
Yeah,
lock.
exactly. It's one of those things where it's like you had to do it right, but just by the sleight of hand, I'm using that as, like, your touch skill in a weird way here.
Okay.
I'm being very broad and loose interpretation of some of the skills. I won't lie, but so then you do the right combination. Click. A small part of the thing, just in the chest area of the tall figure that's carved in of the god, sort of opens and sort of folds down, like it's like this. If you, I don't know if you can see my chest well enough, but like this. And inside the recess is a disc about the size of a hand with a ornate symbol on it carved that you don't recognize, but our hand goes like, oh yes, that's the symbol of Maquette.
And I'm looking at it, I'm like, could this be what will unlock that magical door that we saw in the middle in the altar? Let me take it.
All right, you take it and...
Yoink!
You now have a round stone disc. The three of you sort of gather over to look at it, and Arhan says, well, first of all, your conclusion is probably correct. This is a temple seal. Most of these old elven temples had a seal whose job was to do things like that door that was sealed in the main room, main chamber. They were also a symbol of like power and authority. You would be used to bind documents to it. Like, do you know about signet rings? Dermen, do they have those? Doomor, do they have those?
Yeah, to seal with like wax.
Exactly.
Okay.
Except the elves, being elves, would have to do everything big, and they would, instead of just like a little convenient ring thing, much like they love magically sealing things, they would use the seal, which would also impart some kind of magical binding to a document that they were trying to keep closed. Or it was also used in sealing and binding rituals, but every temple had one, and this is the one for this temple. So,
and Arheim, what would the
Arhan.
What would the elves be sealing behind that door, that magical door?
Don't know. Might be a part of the complex was sealed off. It's hard to say.
Let's go find out.
All right.
Hope it's just a room full of documents. That was like.
I mean, that's actually not a bad guess.
Yeah.
It could be where they kept like their storage. Like, not everything will be a fantastic reveal. This may just be. Well, we'll see when we get there. Let us go find.
So this is going to take some time, I guess. Or can we quantum leap there?
Well, should I hold on a second? Did you say that we are almost at the wall here? The other room is over? Yeah. It's very odd that this corridor goes right to that wall and stops. Very odd. Dermen's following. He's like, yes, odd.
Should I let's tap on it and see if it's hollow or easy to break?
Give me a perception check.
18.
Oh yeah, it's a secret door.
Okay, I guess look around for another hand.
Yeah, at this point you kind of know the gist. It's similarly built. You do your little thing, you open up, and you scare the hell out of these rats. The rats kind of scurry back like, wow, what the fuck? We're just eating.
Out of my way.
Yeah, hello, rats. And Dermen comes in just for a second, goes like, hello, Mr. Rat, I hope you're still eating. All right. He doesn't have any food left. Like, I'm sorry, I don't have any food left. I ate it all while spending 24 hours a day having skeletons just getting up in my business. All right. Okay. So the rats back off, but they don't do anything to attack you.
Cool.
They're definitely. In fact, the female rat, the pregnant rat, sort of goes back a little further.
Sorry there, rats. Sorry to interrupt. We've got some business to do. So back to the magical door. I almost want to hand the thing to Arhan, since he would know the most about magic out of us three, and be like, can you open the door with this? You probably better than me, unless you feel there's some sort of fear of a trap or something. I don't know.
No. This sort of sealed door thing generally would not be trapped, I hope.
I like to do the same. Ready. I like to do the same thing as we've been doing, where like he breaches the door and I'm just ready to swing.
Yeah, and he's so Arhan does the thing. He says like, these seals and these doors were magical, but I don't think you needed magic to use them, because elves were strange people, but they were also people. There were times when you would need someone to go through a sealed door and you're not present and you didn't know the path. So I'm pretty sure, I hope this will just work with us, because I have no idea what the password would be for this. If there's any, or what magical incantation is, but hopefully it doesn't work like that way. So, he takes the thing, and as you notice, as he's holding it in his hand close to the seal, you notice that now you clue into the fact that the markings inside that little indentation are actually lining up with the symbol of Maquette. It's kind of like an inverse of the symbol of Maquette, like carved into something, but at an odd angle too. It's not like just natural. You think it's hard to tell with these ancient. Don't have anything to show you here, but you can't really tell which way is up. But Brother Arhan takes the seal, puts it in, and sort of like moves it around a little bit, and then it like sort of goes in, and there's a very slight kind of hum at the edge of your hearing, and like the air has a slightly, you don't describe, like almost an electric, like lightning, like not no lightning has hit you or anything, but you know, like that feeling when a lightning's about to hit nearby. It's like that.
Okay.
But that goes away almost instantly, and the door swings open.
Dun dun dun.
So he backs off, and I will now reveal what is beyond this door.
What is D&D beyond the door?
Oh, there we go. Good reference.
Bum bum bum. Ah, it's
A similar
hallway.
corridor to what was at the top.
Okay, I'll take the lead.
Okay. All right. Are you going to peer around a corner?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Do you have a way you prefer to look first?
I want to look first to the right.
To the west, right?
Yes.
Towards the green.
Yes.
Right? That's
yeah.
All right. Oh, this is looking familiar to you. Sorry. This one has, like, it's the polygon. It's kind of fun, though, actually.
Oh, okay. It's not another like. It's a mirror. Oh, it could be a mirror of the area.
It's quite possible.
Okay.
The elves were very focused on symmetry and.
So I'll push on forward.
Okay, which way are you going?
Towards what was in
Okay.
the west.
Give me a perception check. Again.
14 plus 2 for 16.
Unlike the previous area, you start noticing, like, gossamer threads and strands. Lots of them. There appears to be some kind of light webbing as far as you can see, and now that you've moved in a little bit...
Oh, God. I think I know.
Now you can see that... Now here, I'll also give you the rest of this area. You see that over there, and you see this here. And the further deeper you go, the further to the west you go, the thicker the strands become. By the time at the end of the corridor, they're sort of the mirror of where the Goliath died on the north side.
Mm-hmm.
There's, like, just a pile of, like, the webs are very thick.
Okay, okay. Let's go for it.
1 second.
Arachnids.
Okay, and you hear something, like a little chittering.
Yeah. This is how I died in Pillars.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Well, you haven't seen it, right? All right, the webs are getting thick here. Now,
can I pull out a torch? Or like?
Yeah, you do have a torch, though. Yeah. You probably have the torch in your hand when you're not fighting.
Okay. Stay close. I feel we're not alone.
It's possible. And Arhan's like, oh, I think we all know what this means. I'm pretty sure I know what it... Alright, be prepared. Dermen? Do you have your weapon with you? I've got my small dagger. Yeah, just stay behind me for now, Dermen.
Okay. So I'm going to go room to room to inspect them. So now the room to the south.
Sorry, are you doing anything with the torch? You said you were pulling it out?
I was just making sure I have it so I can see as much as I can.
Okay. So you're not doing anything with the webs or anything like that? Okay.
Well, yeah, maybe I mean, not yet, because I'm worried I'm going to burn the whole place down.
I would say once you get to kind of like the middle point of that section before the next two, at that point the webs start to become really thick.
Yeah.
So it'll start hindering your movement.
Yeah.
But for where you are right now, all right, so if you check these rooms...
So first south room.
Give me a perception check.
3.
Yep. Nothing here.
Okay. I'm going to go now move to this north room.
Another perception check.
6, 7, 8, 8.
Nothing here.
Okay. Now moving forward, I think I want to light the webbing with my torch.
All right. So you put your torch down, and the flammable webbing catches quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It goes, and suddenly, you have something. Oh yeah. So as the flames go mostly to the right, to the north was the larger thing, and out of it comes
Yeah.
the spider. Roll for initiative.
One again. I'm always last.
Spider is 15. Arhan is 16.
Nice.
And Dermen is 6. Okay. So Arhan can't get to the guy directly,
Mm-hmm.
but he will cast Bless on you. So we're just doing the same. Cast
Bless up.
In fact, he's gonna make it a little bit more powerful than normal.
Nice. Does Bless do any healing or no?
No, what Bless does is it adds 1d4 to your next attack roll or save.
Okay.
It's like, do you remember, you played Baldur's Gate 3, right? So you remember guidance would keep popping up
Yes.
to help you with some rolls? It's like that.
Okay.
Maybe you should check out if guidance is a thing in your hands. But yeah, so now the spider goes... well, I mean... It's mad that you fucking did that. So rushes forward, and it takes a bite at you.
Ah.
And misses.
Nice.
Like, some of the flames got it's like... And it's like, oh, it's mad. You burnt its thing. Ah. Alright, so now that's done. So now it is Dermen's turn, and Dermen's just like, he throws his dagger at the spider. Fuck it. Unless he rolls really high here, he is gonna miss. Oh yeah, it misses. The dagger kind of bounces off the wall next to you. Lands next to the spider, and you're just like, the fuck, man? Well, no, you react however you would react to seeing a dagger circle go clank, 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 clank.
Yeah, I'm just like, nod my head. I'm like, I was right to call him a kid.
Ooh, that's cold, savage. But fortunately, it's now your turn.
Okay.
Giant spider coming at you.
So I'm going to take a swing with the great sword. Roll 20. Fuck. 2.
You miss.
Damn.
So damage, and it comes back. It is the spider's turn again.
Mm-hmm.
Spider's going to take a bite at you. Oh, I think he might hit this time, actually. Yeah. All right. So, take 2 points, and... Oh, wow. You have 11 hit points?
9 now, because of that skeleton made me trip.
Oh, that's healed back, by the way. Your short rest would have healed that.
Okay, let me then add that up.
Oh, no, you didn't short rest since then. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm 9. I'm at 9.
Okay, so you stumbled back. But then it's Arhan's turn. He's like, "Oh shit, I need you alive." So we're going to just give you one of these cure wounds real quick. So you're down.
Mm-hmm.
But Arhan's right there. He stabilizes you with 12 plus 6, 18 hit points. So you get your hit points back.
Okay. So 2 more heal. I'm back to 11.
But you're not able to do anything this round. And in fact, what Arhan does is he kind of drags you to the side as he's doing this.
Okay.
So he moves you back, and now he's between you and the spider. I've kind of given him an extra action there to sort of make it all.
Nice.
So now it's Dermen's turn, and Dermen is just like, no, here's what happens. Sorry, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Very slightly. Arhan drags you back and says, Dermen, see to his wounds, and then Dermen did the heal on you. He can cast the spell. So you're back up, but oof, you're okay. You've been healed. You're not feeling great, though. You feel a little, like, queasy in the stomach.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. All right, so Arhan, So he moves you, blah, 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 thing. It's actually your turn now, and you're going to spend this action rising. You're basically getting back on your feet, sort of thing. And Arhan is sort of defensively trying to not get hit, but he can't quite do a dodge because he had to move you. That was his action. So the spider takes a swing at Arhan. Hits.
Nice.
Let's see. This one. Oh man, you don't like Arhan? Jesus.
Oh no, I keep thinking Arhan hit. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so let's see. Go back to the spider's bio. I believe this is 1d8 plus 3. So 6 plus 2. Another 6. 6 plus 2 plus 9 plus 6 is 15. Arhan's like, ah! Ah! Man, this... Whoo! Spiders are tough.
Damn.
Maybe too tough for this place, but, how are you feeling there?
I think I'm poisoned.
But you otherwise feel fine. Like, the poison won't hurt you right away, but...
Okay.
Anything.
I could still fight.
All right. Yeah. So it's Arhan's turn. So Arhan's going to... You're back to full health. So he's like, switch spots with me.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. And Dermen, in the meantime, moves to here so that he has access to both of you. I'm kind of fudging it a little bit because... Can I do an aside for a second?
Sure, go ahead.
When I was designing this map, I was thinking about my old... I kind of had in my head the old way that map grids used to represent 10 feet per square. So in my head, this would have been sort of a 10-foot wide corridor. Like you and Dermen would have stood next to each other, sort of thing. But I made it 5 feet in my head thinking, oh, okay, it'll be all right. But I think it was a bit of a mistake. These corridors should have been wider and the rooms should have been bigger than they appeared. It actually seems like a relatively small temple, like complex. So I'm kind of fudging it a bit to give you help with combat here because now that I'm looking, I'm like, oh no, it would have been better for this to be a 10-foot corridor so the two of you could have fought side by side and not have to keep swapping to attack the thing. So there you go. Long story short, I messed up a little bit in the mapping scale and I apologize for that.
No worries. We'll roll with it.
We'll roll. That's what we do at Spice World. All right. So now it is your turn, I believe. Dermen is... No, Dermen goes. Dermen... You know what? Dermen does a bless on you.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, that last bless with the...
It's done,
the
right?
2, it wouldn't have done anything.
Okay.
I didn't even bother for it, so...
Okay.
All right, so take a strike on the spider.
Okay, I'm going to roll.
All
16.
Right. And you can add the D4 if you like, but it doesn't... Oh, sorry, I should let you roll that because of your attack. But you hit it. So roll your...
damage thing?
Yep.
So that's 6, 2, 2, 6. 9 plus 3, so 12.
All right. Whew. You lay into the spider, and that spider, like, reels back. He's like, ah! He's enraged! But you have definitely, you've hurt him a lot.
Good, that asshole.
They're annoying to, like, they hit hard, but they're not that strong. Or at least the spider, like, because he's also been sort of living in a, like, a remote temple, feeding off of, like, real rats, not even the giant rats over there, but like small rats and bugs that flew in through like cracks, and it's not the strongest spider in the world. But the weakest spider in the world will take a stab at you by biting you. He doesn't actually have a knife. No, he pulls a knife! You're like, what? That spider has a knife! Knife spiders, they're the worst. Alright, here it comes. Oh. So we get a total of 5, 2, 8. Man, you are taking lumps. So once again, you go down.
No.
But once again, Dermen is there to... I'm being real fudgy with what happens when you go below 0. Like, I think I made this a little more than it should be. So take 5 plus 1 is 6 plus 6, 12 points of healing. That takes you back... Let me see. Let me do the math here. Sorry, I've got to do math for a second. I hate it. Your total is 11 normally. That's your
Yes,
max.
yeah.
11 minus 14 is -3 plus 12. You're at 9 hit points.
9? Okay. So
Yeah.
-2. Okay.
All right. So now Dermen is like, so that's Dermen. Arhan is, he gives you another bless. He's like, here, take a bless.
Uh,
All right, and it is now your swing on this spider.
Me? Doomors? Already?
Yeah, the spider attacked you.
Okay.
Dermen went, Arhan went, and then it's you. It's basically
Okay.
spider. Oh, I think it actually goes Arhan then Dermen, but the effect would have been the same. They're basically similar characters. Then
Okay.
you.
I'm taking another swing.
Yes. All right.
Damn. I hate spiders.
So the spider's injured and it's backing off a little bit. Like, similar to the rats.
Hmm.
Like, it's kind of like, it can actually scuttle back a bit. So it's actually going to, you know what? It's going to hide. It sort of scuttles off towards, I think you can see a bit of it here, and then disappears back into here. Here, drink this, says Arhan in the pause in combat.
Okay. Glug, 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 glug.
You're back at max health.
Okay. Add 2. Is combat over? Like, I can now move as much as I want?
No, there
or?
is still a threat that's alive, so
Okay.
you get to choose what you want to do. It's gone back to... So it goes Arhan. Dermen is like, are we sticking around? He's sort of like, he's doing what's called ready. Okay. So he's waiting for something to happen, so if something happens later, he can react right to it, but I mean...
Let's push forward.
All right.
Let's finish off this damn spider.
All right. You're moving further than that, or...
And I know that it ran north, so I want to look north in this
Now,
room.
one thing is the webs here are getting tough, so are you going to...
Yeah, burn. Fuck
all
the
right.
spider.
The blaze rips through the webs and hits... The spider was hiding sort of on the ceiling, but like with seeing the blaze, it kind of goes in a frenzy, and it drops down. Well, you're still moving, right? Well, your action would have been to burn the thing.
Yeah, okay. Then I'll just leave B. I'm back to where I was when I started to burn.
Gonna fudge it a little bit. Again, going back to the whole sizing thing. Arhan runs past you. He's like, I will trade spots with you in a moment. Let me attack the spider. So he takes a swing on the spider. Oh, he hits.
Nice.
And 1d6 because he doesn't do a lot, but even still, maybe? No. The spider is still alive. It is hurting, but it is still alive.
Okay.
And... So that's the end of his turn. Dermen comes up again and is like, I don't really have a lot to do. I am a first level priest. I am kind of out of... I really should have been better prepared for this. I thought it would just be a simple temple. They said it was clear. I'm sorry. Good luck is all he really can offer. So it's now back to your turn.
I say to him, keep your beard out of this, shorty.
Oh, damn. Shorty, eh? I'm going to fudge it and allow you to swap spaces with Arhan.
Okay.
Before you attack. It's a little bit... Like, again, I've realized my mistake here with how I did the mapping in this, so I don't want to punish you for it. So yeah, take a strike on the spider if you like.
8 plus 2? 10. Or what? 8 plus
10?
5, right? No, wait, what is it?
It's 8 plus, it's your strength bonus, so plus 2. So that is 10, yeah.
10.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Spider's going to take a swing. Oh, Jesus Christ. So you go down.
Ah!
And you're fading fast.
I hate spiders.
Arhan drags you back. it starts pouring a potion down your throat. Yeah, I made this. This was way too lethal for like. Sorry, I went by this challenge rating website. This is a little bit more than maybe I should have thrown your way at this point. It's also just because you're basically by yourself.
Yeah.
If you start having more people with you, it'll become a lot easier, sort of thing. It's definitely because you're the only target. It's a cramped
I'm
area.
the only one making like actual hits. Like everything else is kind of.
Yeah, everyone's good. So, Dermen of all people. Well, okay, I guess he's healed you again. He is running low on them, but not out. So he heals you.
I still have potions that he gave me though. So.
Oh, he's putting a potion down your throat. He's healing you. So like you will take 2d8 plus 6, so you get 16 points back after like, and it costs all your potions are gone now. By the way.
Okay.
He's been like shoving down your throat. Dermen is gonna try and hit with his mace. He has a or no, what he did was he picked up his dagger as he was going by because he didn't even have a mace, and he's like, stab. So here's Dermen's roll. No, he's not strong enough. So he's like, shit. The spider strikes at Dermen. Hits.
Oh no.
Dermen collapses. But you're back up now.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally stand on Dermen now. He's just not there. I mean, he's there, but he's passed out. But actually, sorry, I'm just gonna move you for 1 second.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm good. I moved Dermen. So now Arhan brings Dermen out and is trying to revive him. I apologize for this encounter. I'm pretty sure you'll win, but oh man, is it getting tough.
Okay.
All right, roll an attack.
20 critical.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. You hit it and it just explodes.
Yes.
It's a flurry of...
This is for Dermen. That was for Dermen. You fucking hurt
like,
Dermen.
Thank you. And just like it explodes and like just legs, mandibles, everything goes flying everywhere. You're covered in a bit of slime, but don't worry, it's not toxic now that it's out of his body. It doesn't do well when exposed to air. It's a venom. It's like a bloodstream thing. So, the end result of the battle is everyone's... I mean, Arhan's okay, but he hasn't really done... He's been just healing like a crazy guy. And Dermen is brought back to life. Like, he like, you pass out. Okay, so honestly, like, once you hit 0, it's a lot harder to revive people than it was in this little fight. I'm going to level with you in the audience. I know I fudged... Anyone who even has a passing understanding of D&D knows I fudged this a bit, but it's because I kind of... The layout, the whole situation, I should have made this an easier fight, and I apologize.
It was my first adventure. I'm on easy
Yeah,
mode.
you know, it's kind of like... what happened was that I may have fudged a few things. Going forward, if you're fighting with more allies, I'll be more strict about how the rules are interpreted.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you've basically found this thing. You've burned a bunch of things. It looks like you also just burned a bunch of spider eggs as well. There was a small knot, but there's just like charred fry. They were destroyed by your torch burning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you're now in a small area that was a spider's nest.
Okay, is there anything in this room? Just like inspecting all of the rooms, nothing?
Perception.
4.
You find a small like pouch of like it's a rotted pouch. It doesn't even. It looks like this. I don't think this was the spider having treasure, so much as the spider just took up residence where this was.
Okay.
And inside are like, oh, you know what's actually inside are 2 gold coins, but you don't recognize them. They don't seem like the currency that like your adopted father and your father were both tradespeople, so you've seen coin from like pretty far away, but you don't recognize these coins. These are like they're sort of octagonal in shape, and they have kind of like they have weird markings on it, similar to the Temple of Maquette markings, but not quite, like not as ornate.
Okay.
Like these look like standard coins, but they're definitely not a currency you've ever known. So I would put in your inventory 2.
It's like
put
objects.
them down.
It's not like
2 gold coins, but it's not part of your spending money.
Okay.
Like, because somebody would go like, I mean, in theory, you could use them. They would probably do the biting because, like, oh yeah, this is gold. Okay, I guess I'll give you something for it. But like, it's definitely not a currency you recognize.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's there.
I want to check the final room now to the south.
Another perception check, please.
Okay. 19.
Empty.
Okay. So I cleared out this area.
It looks like you've cleared up this area. Yes.
So I'm assuming on the other end, there's probably going to be a similar like common area. I want to check.
Well, I mean, head down there and see what you find.
Yeah, I want to see what we have down there.
Okay. So you get to... From where you're standing, you would see to about... Being real rough with this here, yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a larger room ahead. Arhan and...
Yeah, let them
Arhan
catch
is pretty much out of spells. Dermen is like now watching over, like acting as the shield for Arhan because he's like, well, I'm alive and I've got a dagger.
This is now getting risky. Like, I hope there's
Yeah.
nothing behind here because I won't.
Well, go in there and find out if you like, or maybe you're just like, no.
I have to clear the map.
You have to clear the map. I understand.
Okay.
Careful though. One day that might get you in trouble.
Hopefully it's not today. Okay, peer in.
Does not appear to be today. This is a similar shaped room as you can tell from the one to the north, but this wasn't a common area. This was definitely storage. There's like shelves carved into the walls, tons of rotted shelves, crates that have aged, like some old... There's even a few chests, it looks like old stone chests, but even they've like weathered in time and stuff like that.
Anything here to loot or anything here?
A couple of the chests might be lootable.
Okay, I wouldn't mind just clearing
Checking
it
them
out
out.
and seeing if there's anything.
All right,
of
give me a perception and then an insight.
18
Perception, okay, cool.
and another 20.
Yeah.
16.
Okay. And do you have a penalty to insight? No.
Insight
right?
0.
Insight 0. Okay, yeah. So basically, you find that most of the stuff is this. It looks like there was a lot of papers that have rotted. This is going to cover like almost the entire room searching. And the only thing you find of note is in the northwest corner there is a chest, a stone chest, which is, again, this is just super adding to your belief that this place was built by dwarves, because stone chests are like a very dwarven thing. And as you said, like as you noticed with the secret door mechanisms in the side, this chest also has a similar sort of mechanism. It's not trapped, but it is very complex, and it like takes you a little while to figure out the rhythm. Like you're probably in there for about an hour or so, just like checking it out, and like the last 30 minutes of that is kind of messing with this chest. I mean, in the meantime, Dermen and Arhan are they're also in the room with you. They're kind of like catching up and talking about a few things. But finally, you get the chest to snap open, and inside, mostly rotted material. A lot of cloth and some books. It looks like books were kept in here. But there is one thing you find. At the bottom is it would have once been a book. But this is not made of standard wood or like vellum, papyrus, paper. It's like you're not certain what would have been the book inside. It's like, imagine a book, but the inside pages have rotted, but the outside is still intact. Like the cover and the back cover and the spine are still there, but the inside, you open it up and there's some like rotted pages. Give me another perception check.
3.
Yeah, you can't make it out. It's like it's so rotted. There's nothing you can't make hide nor hair of it. And like even here, let me just do a quick couple checks for Arhan and Dermen. Sorry, I'm gonna make these. You know what? I'll make these public rolls as well, just to make sure that you see them. That was okay. They're even
it's
like
crap. Yeah, it's all rotten.
I don't know what this fucking shit is. Like Arhan's like, this was probably Elvish, and I'm only saying that because of the location we're in. But the outside of the book is very, like, it's smooth, and it feels almost like stone. You know what? You got the 18 on the perception, the 16. It's obsidian. Someone has made a book cover out of a very rare volcanic stone.
Nice.
It's strange too. It's carved. You don't recognize the symbols on it, but it's odd. It's very like even Arhan, like I said, I mean, you guys you rolled a 3, the 2, then 1. Like everybody is fuck out of clues in this place. But
guess I'll take
even Arhan is like, okay, I'm not certain about this. I don't know Ancient Elven. I've only seen it in passing. I certainly don't know how to read it, but like I thought I knew it to look at it, but I'm not certain. But if I had to guess, if I absolutely had to put, had me on the torturer's table, this is an Elvish. The inscriptions on the spine and the front and the back of the book they're just text as far as you can tell. There's no like obvious symbols or drawings or depictions of anything. You don't see like a person or a leaf or anything like that. Like it's just somebody's carved text into it fairly thoroughly, but Arhan's like, I don't think this is Elvish text. It's too wrong. Like it doesn't look right. Your natural knowledge of Dwarvish, like you've seen ancient Dwarven artifacts from when you're 5 years living there. It's not Dwarvish either.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you basically have a book cover jacket. I'm not sure what the proper term is, but like
a obsidian dust jacket.
Yeah, I guess so. Like no, it's like the bindings of a book, but the pages, and some of the pages do remain inside of it. But like when you opened it, a bunch of them just like kind of fell out and turned into essentially dust. So you've got this like, I would put it down for now as like an obsidian book. You can't tell what it was written about, and you don't recognize the symbols.
Okay. Okay. I guess.
And beneath that, just in the corner for no apparent reason, was a tiny little gem.
Ooh.
Sort of bit of a. Oh god, is it? We're gonna say it's like a garnet, little red gem.
Red gem. Okay. Sweet. Got something out of this. Do I just get to keep this
Arhan
stuff,
goes
or
like,
Arhan got anything?
No. Arhan's like, one of the deals. We didn't really talk about this, but you know what, Doomor, you've been a wonderful companion for this. One of the deals it's like an unspoken deal in this situation is, I've hired you to take me with you. I have found what I'm looking for. This guy. Hello. Everything else is yours. I don't need money. We're going to return to I'm actually going to talk to Dermen for a bit back at the monastery and stuff like that, but I'll talk to you tomorrow. I think... Sorry, my mind is getting old. Anything you find is yours. You can keep the book. It's fascinating. I would love to look at it, and I might ask it back at the monastery if anyone's heard of this sort of thing, but that's interesting, but the gem is yours. That very nice ornate sword you got, I wouldn't use it. Dermen's not much of a fighter, as you may have noticed, so it's yours as well. Basically, the rule in this situation, I forget you're not the seasoned adventurer yet. Adventurers and mercenaries who travel around selling their thing, in a situation like this, it becomes pretty much, if I find what I was looking for out of a situation, everything else is pretty much yours. Though, if you had found a dragon's hoard of treasure, we might have started talking about, okay, I get a taste. And that would just go back to the church anyway, so.
Sounds good. Well, men, it's time to head out.
I believe that it is. It looks like you have thoroughly, your instinct at least, the dwarven training you've gotten over the years tells you have probably fully explored this place.
Yeah. I'm good.
Let's
head on back.
At this point, we don't really need this map anymore.
Okay. I'll just unshare.
Yeah. So, you are now returning to the town of Baldur's Bay. It's the same walk back. When you emerge, it's now nighttime.
Okay.
Like deep night. It's like 10 or the equivalent to, like, it's what they would call like the last watch, which is between 8 p.m. and midnight. So it's like it's late at night, 10ish, 11ish. And heading back will probably take you till dawn. If you like, actually, when you come out, they're like, should we just camp here and head out in the morning? Like, I have some, like, Dermen's like, I've got some mild camping stuff. I don't have a lot of food, but, you know, like...
We could do that. Do, like,
it's up to you. Doomor, you have been an excellent leader in this situation. What do you feel like doing? Heading back to town now? We will probably arrive around dawn, or would you prefer to go to camp and then leave in the morning?
Why not? Let's camp together here.
Let's do it.
That's a long rest, or what is that?
That is a long rest, yeah.
Okay. So I'll hit the long rest button. See what happens.
Right.
Reset maximum HP changes during the rest. Or uncheck
nothing changes there. Though something might change soon, actually, once you return to town. Hinting at something. Something good, don't worry.
Okay.
You died in the night from the poison. No. Our brother Arhan sees to your poison wounds. He had a vial of, like, antidote that he was like, yeah, I had a feeling we might encounter something like this. You know, poison, venomous animals or creatures are far more common than you think. Yes, let me be that some advice to you as you go off adventuring. And pay attention, too, to this, Dermen. If you go off adventuring, healing potions, anti-poison, these are the two things you gotta think. There will be other problems, but make sure you carry a couple of those at all times. I'll see if I can get some from the monastery when we go back. Like, when we go back, I'm going to have to go get the gold from the monastery, so stay in town, but then I'll return with it. You have my word. I am not trying to cheat you out of 20 gold. Yes, always be prepared. Bring healing potions, bring antidote potions, and you will find as your travels expand, travel with people, because I'm not much of a fighter anymore, and also make sure you investigate places that are mapped properly and don't make them the corners 5 feet. They should be about 10 feet wide. But that's the elves, ancient elven architecture. What are you going to do? Yeah. So I mean, do you have any questions? Anything you wish to talk about? Otherwise, I'm going. Dermen comes back with, like, the load of woods for the fire. He's like, I can start a fire. I'm going to say right now, you don't eat great. Because, like, he was like, I didn't expect us to be here for, like, I knew we'd probably be overnight, so I brought some snacks and, like, a little small light meal of some salted meat, but, like,
we'll feast once we get back to the inn.
Exactly, yeah, just so you understand.
No, I think that's good. I just want to rest. And...
Well, then you go to sleep and you have a, let's see if anything happens.
Oh, God. Please, no spiders.
10 spiders! No, nothing happens. It's a relatively quiet night. So, Give me a perception check.
Okay. 20.
Okay.
Yes.
In the middle of the night, you guys have assigned yourself a watch. That's common for a situation like this. Like, when you're camping in the wilderness, the people in the... Sorry, I keep hitting the mic with my hands because I gesture too much.
No worries.
The people with the in the party would set a watch, which is basically, as you're sleeping, someone's always awake.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the night, you are sort of staying, and you're on the side of the temple faces in towards the bay, and you can see down, and off in the, like, distance, you see these small lights of the town of Alder's Bay, right? And you basically can see almost your entire route that you walked, like all the few hours it took. It's pretty long.
Okay.
You notice something. A torchlight travels, so like a very tiny pinprick of light. Someone probably with a torch and nothing much brighter, leaves the town and starts heading along the path, the route you took, stops about a third of the way, then heads back.
Interesting.
If you had not been looking in the right direction, if you had not been sort of keeping your keen eye out for stuff, you wouldn't have noticed it. But that happens.
Okay, I wonder if he saw our camp and then left.
Your campfire is probably pretty noticeable. You're basically on, like, kind of a ledge that overlooks the bay. You have a fire going. You found some, like, trees and dried, like, wood. Like, there was a couple rotted trees that fell because of with the landslide that revealed the temple. So you made a fire, but there was no, like, you're in the wilderness, but you're not deep in the wilderness here. You don't feel a particular need to. Arhan, at least, didn't seem to feel there was any need to be, like, cautious about the fire. So, yeah, your fire is noticeable.
But we are being watched. That's essentially...
Well, someone seemed to have headed from town, but then when they got about a third of the way around the bay, they headed back. Maybe they noticed your fire. Maybe something else motivated them. You don't know. You don't know.
I'll take note of that.
Okay. Otherwise, if you're doing nothing else that night...
Yeah.
Dermen has the last watch, and as dawn wakes up, because, you know, the sun wakes every morning. As dawn rises, Dermen wakes you up at the first real light of the sun, and you guys are ready to head back into town if you want.
Yeah, let's head back to the inn.
The walk takes most of the morning. You arrive a little after midday, and you arrive back at the inn. And the innkeeper's like, "Oh, there you are. Oh, did did you see anybody last night? Someone was said they were heading up to the temple, but then she went to. I mean, she said she was heading to the temple to check things out, but I gather you didn't see her."
I did see someone in the night, but they went back.
Huh.
They came halfway and went back. I wasn't sure if they saw her fire and left.
Her room. She did reserve a room for the night, but her room is empty. That is odd.
Who is she?
Between you and me, I believe she's a mage. She has that feeling. Tall tiefling woman. They try to hide their horns, but they never can. You'd know her if you saw her. Very austere young lady. She came in town. She asked about the temple, but she didn't seem concerned about the temple. She seemed more concerned about the scholar who visited a while ago. Yeah, so you didn't see her.
I may have seen her in the distance, but I saw someone holding a torchlight walk halfway through and return.
That is odd.
Dermen, do you know of this tiefling?
No, I've never. I think I saw a tiefling once when I was a young kid come through the village I'm from, but no. Well, the town I'm from, that my family is from, that my family owns. Anyways, not important. No, I haven't seen a tiefling. Tieflings are very rare. They're probably one of the rarest non-human races in Usland. I mean, do you want to meet a tiefling? They do have the devil's blood in them. It's not great. They're demons. You got to be careful with tieflings. Is what I would say. Arhan pretty much says the same thing. He's like, "Oh, tieflings. No,
I
knew a
why
tiefling
they
once
were looking.
years and years ago, but what?
I wonder why they were looking for you."
Well, sorry, the innkeeper leans is like, I may have misled you when I said they were looking for the temple.
Oh, okay.
They didn't ask about you guys. I mentioned you had traveled up there. She left. She booked a room for the night. She could have come back. Maybe she came back in the night, but she wasn't there when I checked the rooms this morning. And she hasn't returned, since I checked at dawn.
Okay. So we'll take note of why this tiefling would be looking for that elven temple.
And she mentioned there was she was asking about... Did I mention that a scholar had come by? I think I did. About a month ago, we had a man come through, ask about the temple right after. This was very recently after it had been exposed. He came in, went up to the temple for about a day, came back and left. He didn't say much. I don't even remember his name. I don't even think he gave it. He was... much like this tiefling woman, I think he was also a mage. They give, it's just that feeling they give off. They have that sort of air of superiority and like they know more than everyone around them. No. Oh, by the way, the tavern's kind of full. Well, it's not full, but there's a few people around having a midday meal, and you hear some grumbling and nodding about when mages are brought. Mages, they're a bunch of who think they're better than us. It's like, not you, priest, though. Your magic is the healing magic that helps a man in a town thrive. But mages, you can't be certain where you stand with people from the university and academy. The innkeeper is just kind of like, you could tell he doesn't like mages very much, and it doesn't appear anyone else in this town, or at least your sample size of this bar, does.
Well, knowing the history of the area and the mage school and all the fighting and stuff. So now this makes Doomor think that maybe he needs to investigate that the Mage University or whatever it was.
Well, the university is the name of the organization, but it's kind of a little confusing. They have universities in each town, which are usually a tower. Well, not in each town, but in each major city will have a tower. Linnick didn't have a university, but Ilhane, the capital, does. Denskar probably does. Bendazine to the south might. You think? If you're not certain, you don't really know much about Southern Iceland, you just don't get news from down there very much. the university is also the name of the entire organization. Like, the university establishes universities inside each major city, which are usually towers where they do magical research, influence, that kind of thing. But yeah, just your understanding, like, this would have dated even well before the stuff that happened to your family. Like, just growing up in small towns, and even, like, modestly sized towns like Alders Bay, magic is looked at best skeptically. There's very much, like, stories of constantly how magic causes problems. Magic users are always a little kind of like, you're always wary around them at best, if not out and out, like, hated in some places or feared. Especially like if a town went through something like Linnick did, where if there was a magical fire, it caused the problems. Hint, hint. The people there would hate magic. Like, it's magic is seen as a dangerous force that is usually wielded by powerful people who don't care about the common man. It also has a bit of, like, a classist thing, like, with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, you've met dwarven mages who are a little different. They're rare, and they were sort of, like, fairly subservient to society. But in human society, mages are outsiders who think they're better and are probably connected to power structure. Like, they're very powerful people, because a mage is a powerful person in of themselves. They can cast fire. They can do all kinds of a vast range of different magics, which makes them very sought after by the wealthy and the powerful as hirelings or as to help. And the university basically exists as kind of like the trade union, if you want to call it that, of mages. The guild of mages, sort of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so nobody likes mages, basically, at the common level. Like, they can be helpful. And again, the innkeeper stresses, again, Brother Arhan, I want to stress again, we are talking about sorcerers and wizards and warlocks and, oh, God forbid, necromancers. Those mages are bad. Priests, with their healing magics and their blessings, we are fortunate to have a monastery of such esteemed men and women of the cloth as you, Brother Arhan. I thank you again for the help like, he's it's weird. It's almost like the innkeeper is kissing the guy's ass a bit. Like, it feels like the monastery might be a little bit more important to the region than you would know. But logically, it kind of makes sense, because, like, you break your leg. You either have to spend 6 weeks, recovering, or you go to the monastery and they'll heal you for, like, you saw, Arhan was throwing out heals pretty quick. You were in combat, so obviously it was pressure of the moment, but it's not hard for them to recover spells. So when you grew up in Linnick, there was a priest in town, but he was just like a lay person. He was more of he didn't have the magical abilities that some priests do, because most priests, like, it's a little confusing. There's the priest class who can cast spells like Brother Arhan, and Dermen to a lesser extent as he's training in that. But then there are priests who are simply, like, men of the faith and the cloth who don't have any magical abilities. They just tend to the flock, give sermons, guidance, that kind of thing. Yeah, so, sorry, it's a little bit rambly, a little bit of a contextual there of the world. I apologize, but it's a little all over the place. Yeah. So Brother Arhan is like, let's have a round of real food.
Yes.
And so you guys eat. And then he's like, Dermen, come with me. I'm going to go up to the monastery. We'll be back with your money just before sundown. You know what, in fact, innkeep, may I ask a favor? And the innkeep's like, yes, what do I do? Does he have another night here paid for? And the innkeep's like, oh, yes, he does. Like, oh, okay, good. Because you paid up for a couple nights when he fleeced you a bit for the 5 silver. So he's like, you stay here for a thing. I'll be back in a few, by sundown. We'll have another meal together, and I have something for you that I think will help you in your travels. Okay. 2 things, possibly, but definitely 1 thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So then him and Dermen excuse themselves. Dermen is very grateful. He's like, thank you for saving me.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. I hope to one day be as skilled and learn about the world as you do, but for now I must return to the monastery. I would bid you good day. And then they leave. Okay. So you have kind of like the afternoon to yourself. Like, is there anything you wish to do?
I think Doomor just wants to, like, go to his room and, like, maybe draw a bath. Asking, is there baths? Yeah. Have a bath and then, like, change his, like, bandages and stuff around his arms and legs.
All right. Well, that's a good thing he does that because Doomor has gone up a level.
Dun, 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 dun.
We will go through that. We'll do that at the start of the next adventure, but just keep that in mind. He's now a level 2 fighter. At the early levels, you don't need training. Higher levels, you will start needing to find somebody who's more skilled to teach you things. But at the early levels, it's pretty much just like, oh, I've been doing this for a bit. I've gotten better.
Okay.
So congratulations on that.
Yeah.
And the evening rolls around, and I think I'm gonna have to post this in our Discord chat because I'm not certain how else to send this to you, but something will happen. So, evening comes, and as the sun is setting, Brother Arhan returns, and behind him is Dermen again.
Hello, both.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. 6.
Yep, that's Dermen, all right. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna give it to you. It's nothing major. So you notice Dermen is like packed as if he's going to travel. Brother Arhan sees you, waves, and you guys have a table in the corner, the nicest table, of course. And so the three of you sit down, and he's like, Doomor, you have done us a great service. First of all, here's your 20 gold.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, of course. We don't have a jeweler or a gemnologist in town, or whatever the proper term for a jewel person is. You will probably have to go to a big city to get that garnet, but I will say it's probably not worth that much, but it's still worth something.
Okay.
But I have two things for you. The first thing I have for you is I spoke to one of my fellow priests, a monk at the thing, who is an excellent artist, he says as he quickly navigates through his files, going, where did I put those? There it is. Just make sure.
Is this something to share on the stream?
I don't know if it's something to share. I'm going to send it to you through Discord. Okay. And then we'll see if that, thing. He's like, and I had this made for you. I had this made for you.
Oh.
For the audience, I'm not certain if it'll be cut in right now, but I've given him a map of Ostland, basically. It's a very rough and poorly drawn map, but it is still a map. It will help you guide you sort of while you're in this region. It doesn't have everywhere. I also had him mark where Linnick is for reference for you.
There
on
it
the road
is.
Between Port Cawthron and Denskar.
So if you look at our screen, you can see it. And
no, let me go back to the thing. Yeah, there it is. So as you can tell, you're here in Alders. Well, you can't see my cursor, but you're in Alders Bay in the north. Back is even further north. That's where the dwarves were. And then Port Cawthron is the next major city between here and Ilhane, which is the capital. Mm-hmm. Denskar is the ducal seat of essentially Ostland is divided into two duchies. There's Denskar in the north and Ban in the south. Mm-hmm. And the ducal seat in the north is Denskar. To the south, it's Bandazine, which you can see right there with that trail that goes off towards Fald in the west. Adenmore is also a town you've heard of. It's apparently quite a rich town, like a surprisingly rich town. Like it's one of the main trade points.
Okay.
And Riverport is kind of a. Arhan's like, Riverport's not a great place. It's where, let's say you wanted something to come into Ostland or out of Ostland. You would want it to go through Riverport if you didn't want to have to pay as much tax on it. If you catch my drift. Mm-hmm. It's where a lot of the seedier elements are located. Who knows? I remember you said something about a symbol that you found was related to that. You might actually want to go to Riverport if that's the case. Okay. Not saying you have to. You have several threads, it sounds like, of your tale to unravel. And that should be one of your destinations, but it sounds like there's other things afoot. You have a very... I suspect you are in for some strange, broader occurrences than might be guessed, would be my say. Mm. And Dermen is like, he always talks like that. He's had a bit to drink, when we got back. Quiet, Dermen. But he's like, and the second thing I bring you is Dermen. You see, this lad, as you might have guessed from him being stuck inside a temple, surrounded by skeletons, He is a priest. You will probably need healing over the thing, and he is not a very good fit as a novice. He's too inquisitive. He wants to be out in the world, and quite frankly, he's not a great fit for the monastery. No offense, Dermen. Dermen's like, no, it's true. So basically what I would love is I've given him supplies. You will not have to cover his expenses. But for him to travel with you and see a bit of the world. When he has had enough, he will head back to this monastery, and we can figure out from there. But I feel you might need a companion for a bit.
Okay, so
would you be willing?
Sure. So Dermen added to the party.
There you go.
Dun, 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 dun.
And you raise your glasses in toast, and you clink, and the meal is served, and the door slams open to the inn, and in walks a tall tiefling young lady, probably about your age, dressed in a very fine cloak and robe beneath it. And she looks at us like, I've been looking for you. And we're going to end it there.
Yeah. Great. That's a great cliffhanger. And that was my first time playing, first adventure. I didn't die. Well, thanks to some magic.
According to some rules lawyer out there is going to be like, oh no, he died. You know? Yeah, that was my.
And I got a bunch of stuff. I guess afterwards I'll add this stuff up to the inventory.
Sorry, go ahead.
Two weird gold coins, one obsidian book, one garnet red gem. That ornate sword I have.
Yeah, I think you can guess it's Elven in make, but even then you're not like 100% sure what style.
And then the map and 20 gold.
Yep.
So I'll add all that up to inventory. But you said next time we start up the adventure, we're going to do the level up process.
Yeah. It's not going to be too complicated because you're just going from 1 to 2, but you sort of understand what the thing is. 3 is the big one because at that point you start choosing your subclass, which is like what kind of fighter you want to be.
That's interesting.
But yeah. So other than that, and I hope this isn't patronizing, but just to refresh a few things over the broader story picture. You've learned that there was some trouble in the north with a mage that was kept from the king. And there's some weird situation. There was some issues with mages that eventually got the university involved, and your town of Linnick was a victim of that.
Yes.
And the other major thread you have is that so that's to the north. That's up if you're looking at the map still. Do we still have that up?
I can bring that up. Just give me 1 second. Sure. There we go.
There we go. So basically, up in that area where I've marked Linnick, the raiders would have come from that forest and hill region there. You're loose because your father was a trader from back. You know, I've marked the major roads in dots, but those aren't the only roads. Like, there's definitely like paths and stuff like that. There was one route that kind of would be more direct route to Denskar through that gap in the hill gap between the two forests.
Yes,
but your adopted father was always like, yeah, we don't go that way because that's barely tamed area, banditry, monsters. Like, it's not hell. It's not like you get killed right away, but it's just like, why risk it? You know? And Denskar isn't that rich, so it's probably better to send stuff down to the port cities of Alders Bay. We did a little bit of trade to Linnick, but Linnick was kind of at the end of it. We would go down and then up to Linnick because your father was actually a very good smith, by the way. He was a remarkably good smith. His crafting was like on par with some dwarven smiths. Not all dwarven smiths, but some. Yeah, so long story short, you were basically born in that town, Linnick, which is marked with the X in the sort of middle north. The raiders came probably from the forest. They destroyed your town. And then that leads to the second thread. So in that whole triangle from back, Alders Bay, Port Cothlan, Linnick, Denskar, and then back to back, something was going on up there, and it involved a mage or mages, and it apparently was something that the Duke did not want the king to be fully involved with. The other thing you know about is the symbol that that piece of cloth with the dark blue cloth with the blood red fern leaf logo on it is somehow tied to some bad people in the south. Like, not bad, evil, but just sort of like sketchy. The information, you're not really clear. It's not like I said in the previous episode, it's not a when we do this, you're over here on my screen, so I'm looking over here. I'm going to get off the screen now that I don't need to look at the map anymore and try to look you in the eye. So that symbol is not a heraldic symbol; it's a heraldic symbol.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the symbol of a king or a royal family or something like that, but it is like it's associated with some organization to the south or something. The information that the dwarven traders brought back was vague at best, but it's a lead, if nothing else, sort of thing. Okay. So that's where we set it. And like I said, you have just celebrated a thing. Dermen has joined your party, and a tiefling woman about your age has just entered and says, "I need to speak to you. I'm looking for you." And that's where we'll pick it up next time.
Ooh, it's getting spicy.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we're here for.
So that ends the first adventure of Doomor, and so Doomor's got a buddy now, which is great. I'm assuming that Dermen can heal. He's like a healing mage.
Dermen is like a first level version of Brother Arhan, basically. He belongs to the same saintly order. Oh, saints are a thing in this. They're basically similar to Catholic saints. He's like, I guess over the meal before you were so rudely interrupted by this tiefling woman, he would have explained, I've learned the basics. I can do some light healing. I have some potions with me that I've been stocked with. You also notice that he's wearing he's wearing a chain shirt, which is actually pretty goddamn nice. Like, you're like, damn. And he's got like a warhammer similar to yours, but it's a human-made warhammer. But it's also pretty nice.
Nice.
Like, your time in the Dorothy was like, that's more than most priestly orders or monk orders would have just lying around.
I also remember he kind of made a slip where he talked about a little bit something about his like family or
if you press him on, he's just like, we can talk about that later. It's not important. But you've got a companion, and a third person is coming saying, "I need to speak to you." So and that's where
we'll end it at that. Well, thank you everyone who joined us on this first adventure. There's going to be many adventures to come. We'll be taking a bit of a break. I'm still deciding if I want to divide these up into like seasons. Like this adventure is like season 1 basically, and then making another one. I'll figure that out. But make sure you subscribe if you want to watch more adventures of Doomor and Dermen. Keep it locked here at Spicy Roll. Thank you very much, everyone.
So long, everybody.